So, we're still waiting on the other guy, but we might as well go ahead and get started and keep it moving. And yeah, because Cabo doesn't come on after me. I think Cabo's been working too damn much, so he hasn't been doing his show. So, stay here until I got to leave to go get my daughter from work. So, I'm going to let this young man, this is my first time meeting him.
Hello.
He's from PA. You from Reading? Or around that part?
Yeah, I'm from Reading.
And tell everybody who you are.
Well,
or who you are today, because you changed your name, didn't you?
I've changed my name a couple times.
Right. I'm glad I didn't make the fucking flyer, because I told Jason. He was like, he changed his name. I was like...
Not even. It's not even that. It's like you get so many aliases over time, and people refer to you as so many different things. So
what are you referring to yourself as now?
If you're familiar with me on Facebook, you're probably gonna call me Jesse Cannon. That's probably what you're gonna.
What is it?
Jesse Cannon. That's my name. That's
okay,
my name.
Jesse Cannon.
But I go by I am Cannzie. You know, people call me Jess Cannzie, Cannon. You know, it varies. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I was thinking about the other guy. You the one that I spelled the name wrong because the I and the Z is flipped around.
That's shout out Twin Flame Records. The guy Robert Draven, I think is his manager. I don't know how to say his name either, but his name was something else before that. It was a rapper, a gamer rapper.
Maverick Deronin, and then he was like, he changed it. No, you're the one with the name that I flipped the I and the Z because I before E, except after C.
On the first form of the flyer, she goes, Can I?
Oh, can I? That's cool.
I'm just saying, I before E, except after C, went running through my head, you know.
I slept with English sometimes. I don't know.
But I'm just saying, so.
But that's how it goes, man.
Right. So,
right.
You guys are here, safe and sound. But yeah.
His wheel almost came in, but that's another story.
That's for a later date.
We'll talk about that later. It's cool that we're on the radio and I see people just walking by. Just looking at
we got the
hi to every freaking body.
The Good Morning America window, as we call it. That's
I'm
what
not gonna
it
Chris
is.
Brown and throw something through it.
Please don't, because well, actually, I don't pay for nothing, so yeah, it's not my building.
No, that's cool.
But you might have to deal. You may have to deal with 3D in them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're in Baltimore. We don't play these games.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
You just told me about your car getting shot up on.
Car got shot. Oh yeah, tell everybody my car got shot. It was in the middle of a job. This was the third shooting we've had in 8 months in my neighborhood, and then last year and a half, they killed a guy next door and took his body down the street and dumped it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so on Cut Radio. I'm not trying to get caught up in any indictments or any type of questioning in regards to murders, unsolved murders.
No, I know they got the people. They got
once a day, this much.
They got the person or whatever. So it was stupid. They were fighting. Apparently they were fighting and whatever. But yeah. So two guys were having a shootout 2 Friday nights ago.
Oh, Western style.
And one guy was hiding behind my neighbor's car. She got her windshield, her tire, her bumper, and the side of her car. I'm still trying to figure out how her passenger side got shot. The dude that was hiding behind her car must have shot the car himself. I don't know. And then my windshield and my driver's side door got hit. So.
Because you got insurance?
My insurance won't cover it because it's only liability.
They probably covered it.
So.
What's the one with the Geico?
I got Geico. And they said, oh, well, you're going to have to pay for it out of your pocket because you only have liability. I was like, and that's the reason why I went with y'all, because it was cheaper, and I should have known better.
You should have. They told you Nationwide is on your side, bro. They tried to tell you, bro. They tried to let you know. You listen to a Gecko.
I had State Farm. They were too fucking expensive.
State Farm was expensive.
That's supposed to be like.
Well, that's because I got a ticket down in Virginia when we was going to Houston and New Orleans. I was driving, and I was doing like 80 something and a 60 something, and yeah. So I got a ticket. I had to pay almost $200. Yeah.
I wonder how they calculate why you have to pay so much.
Right.
I was just going a little fast, you know?
Yeah, well, and I slowed down before he really got me. I was trying to hurry up because it was a 22-hour drive. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I was on.
That's the worst. They catch you like on those highways, like where, like on the interstates, where you really gotta move.
I had people passing me.
I know, but
they got me though.
Cause you was half stepping.
No, because I had Maryland tags in the Virginia. Just like last night when I was in PA and motherfuckers was passing me doing I don't know what they was doing. And I said,
They got me like that.
Won't catch. Won't,
they got me like that in New York.
They won't.
PA tags. They got me.
Won't catch me. Because they bank on the fact that you have out-of-state tags and you're not going to come back and fight that ticket.
Yeah.
That's what they're banking on. I know.
I didn't fight it. I didn't pay it either.
I'm not going to fight, but I'm not going to pay. You're never going to see me again.
I'll see you, but you won't see me.
This was a waste of your time.
Feel like you made an illegal left. Yeah.
After you give me the stick, you're going to make a left, right?
You're like, because I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
Yeah, I did. They're like, oh, you don't?
Yeah, because I only have PA tags.
So, all right, these are not interviews. I don't call these interviews. We do just for the sole purpose. They're for the sole purpose.
That's it. Are those exclusive?
I have no idea where the fuck they came from.
Oh, cool. There you go. Next video, music video right here.
Oh, no.
You just want to do the interview like that?
I had somebody do that with a gold mask.
Damn
He's got a gold mask.
I thought that was being unique. Just when you thought you were being creative.
You know you're not going to be able to breathe in that damn thing.
I can breathe in this.
You can have this one.
I like that one. I do. This is I Am Cannzie. We're on Hard Body Radio right now. Shouting on some mash right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to go with the flow with it. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Oh, look, you got the official, bro. How much for this? I feel like just being in the jaw doing a crazy dance. Like I'm in belly right now. I feel like I'm about to jump on DMX. Come on. Bro.
Wow.
I can't answer any questions like this though. Where you from? What?
So
we're losing viewers.
I don't call these interviews like more or less conversations between people, you know, between friends. You learn more from about somebody when you just have just a general conversation with them. Yeah, I ask questions and then we get off on, like we already did. We've already got on the subject. Cool. You hear from music and we're talking about cars and speeding and tickets and
it's so much more than just music.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just
and considering that I don't know anything about you.
Well, we will today.
Because most of the people that I've interviewed in the past almost 2 years, been over a year and a half now. September will be 2 years. I have known them personally. Mm-hmm. I've known them. I've worked with them. I've watched them grow musically. I've watched them. A lot of them I watched them grow like mature wise. Because when there's been some artists that I've taken pictures of them since they were when they were 16, 17, and now they've got kids of their own and they're doing music and they're doing other things, you know. Yeah. So I know a lot about them. So when I ask them questions, most of the time I already know the answers. I don't know you.
That's cool. I'm in a new place. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna expand down here in Baltimore. We're in the 410 right now. You know?
Right. So
down here. We're gonna expand it. We got I Am Cannzie, this Real Culture Minds, GSS. We out here. We're gonna expand out here. Now you're gonna know who we are here.
Right. So
that's a lovely shirt you got on.
You see it though? You know what I'm saying?
I like it because it's red.
It's red. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't know who I am. You know I'm walking away from you. You gonna know who I am.
There you go. Brand.
What's up, bro?
That's the brand. Branding.
Appreciate it.
So
No, I'll get to it though. I'll be joking around.
So, music.
That's the core of it right there.
Right. So, since I have not heard any of your music, I don't have any of his music, do I? Jason, I don't have any of his music.
No, he has it on his phone.
I have it on my phone. I can email it to you or something.
Yeah, you can try emailing it, and I can pull it up. But so when was the moment that you decided you were like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do.
Like music in general,
just
or like what I do? Because I'm not a rap. I rap, but like I don't rap. Like I used to, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Listen, I don't rap no more. I'm an engineer. I engineer and do mostly production. That's
Okay.
that's where the bag's at. That's where I'm known for.
It's probably where
That's
the
my
money's
whole
at
brand.
too.
That's where the money's at. That's where my brand is surrounded around.
Is,
now lately I've
Jason, is that your people's out there in that? Because you know they can't park over there.
It might be.
Because you all are taking a chance right there by that sign.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
bro, where you get your car towed out here,
We're over
bro?
the cut.
That's it.
That's because that's
You
a
put the
bus
mask
lane.
back?
That's a bus
I was
lane.
trying to keep these.
I don't know I don't know if there's any place over there or on the side.
Okay.
But yeah, because that's a bus lane. I done told them about these two right here. They're not supposed to be able to park. They're not supposed to be parking right there either. I just don't want y'all getting a ticket because it's a bus lane and it's probably be fucking hella hot. I don't know. So you rap, but you don't rap. But you.
Alright, now I'm gonna explain it to you. Right? I don't rap.
Okay.
I'm not a rapper. I don't want to be classified as a rapper. That's the end of the story.
But you do. But you. But you've gotten on songs though before.
Dabbles.
Yeah, I dabble in it. You go in the studio, you can decide, like, I like this beat. I'm going to get on this beat real quick. I'm going to drop a little freestyle just for the fun of it, just say I can rap too. Now, I've been an artist before and I've been a rapper. I've already tried that lane. And I've already been there. But the money's in production.
Right.
And that was the moment. That's what solidifies me more. Because I would rap for so long and put so much money into it. By the time I was 27, I was like, I want to do music for a living, but how can I do it and get the bag now?
See,
engineering is where you get the bag.
And you've just answered one of my questions that I ask people a lot of the times when they come in here and they talk about like the rapping and all. And I ask them, okay, so what else can you do, or what else would you like? What do you want to do? That's, you know, in case this rapping thing does not, because I mean, I want everybody to succeed. I really do. But at the end of the day, look at how many artists there are and rappers there are.
Rap is life.
You know what I mean?
Ball, you know.
So
that's what it is.
You know, so you've answered that question because you did that. You were like, this is
we put
not.
thousands of dollars in it, and I've been out here. I've done shows, you know, up and down the east, and you're like, yo, when am I getting back?
Right.
I'm 27, and I was having my first kid, and I need to figure out how I can get the bag now. Or
right.
It's not gonna work. You're gonna have to hang that joint in the closet, hang it right up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I found it in engineering, and once I started doing that, I was like, this is it. This is what I'm always supposed to do. And it goes back to when I was a child. It's like, yo, this makes sense to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? And after me being in music for really over 10 years, the last year and a half has probably been my most successful and where I got my most credits from.
Wow. See, that's like, and that's what I try to get people to understand. Like, I had a young man come on my show over a year ago now, because we've been in this building since September, August.
Apple juice. The only way.
So he come in and he was talking to me, and he's like in his 20s, and he actually is getting ready to have a child himself. I just found out. Congratulations, TikTok. But I asked him. I said, so what do you? Was there? You know, what are you going to do? What would you want to do? You know, in the next few years or so, like, because this is a hard business to be in. Is to be an artist. And he told me, this is what he told me, and I was just genuinely like in awe of his answer. He was like, what I'm going to do, he said, I'm not going to rap forever. He said, maybe next 5 years or so. He said, I'm just going to I'm going to fall to the back. He said, I'm going to start helping artists get, I'm going to start, pushing artists and helping them do what I've learned. And I was like, yo, because it's crazy, because I've been around so many artists, and it's like, some of them are like, when they find out stuff or find out things, they keep it to themselves instead of sharing the wealth of knowledge.
That's the culture, though.
Right.
It's cutthroat business. This is the most cutthroat thing that I think I've ever continuously put myself into. Especially where I'm from, it's the culture. That's not knocking anything or anybody, but anybody from where I'm at, they know what it is, and they know I'm telling the truth. It's a cutthroat. Where I'm from, PA, we out there in Reading, it's cutthroat. Everybody stops on everybody to try to get the upper hand.
It's cutthroat, and I'm going to tell you.
It's crazy.
I'm going to tell you, just like I tell artists here who tell me that it's only in Baltimore, and I tell them, no, it's everywhere. It is.
Nah, except the South, though. The South, I feel like, has more unity than anything.
Well,
they feel like they know.
If you talk to some of those artists, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. I hope they didn't lock that front door because one of the neighbors just come in and she might have locked the front door. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to hear. Yeah.
We'll be back after this commercial break. Apple juice.
It's always something.
Apple juice, the only way. I'll take this time. Send this music.
But I've had people tell me the same thing about. But
Spotlight,
right in the spotlight.
127.
127. But I think
at Gmail.
At Gmail.
I'm sorry.
It's that apple juice.
It's not, but you only told me once, twice, 3, 4. You gotta tell me more than that.
But it's like I've had this conversation, like I said, and people they always bring up the South, and I think that it's gotten to the point to where everybody is moving to the South because they think they can get on faster.
There's too many people. I don't think you can get on faster back up there. I just think they have more unity than anywhere else.
Well, for one, they had a lot of the local radio stations. They had a lot of support that way.
Yo, your homie's moving out.
I don't even know that.
She got kicked out, shorty. Shorty got kicked out.
But they had a lot more support than what I think the underground artists in other places have. Here, people have tried to get on the radio, and we have 2 DJs on 92Q, which is our hip hop station, that have, they've tried to help the underground artists. I hate to say local because it just kind of puts you in some kind of stigma. But
is it the same? Is it the same here where people feel complacent that they only want to be hot in Baltimore?
There's a lot of people like that.
Because that's like.
Because I get mad because people don't even do shows down in DC, and that's just 40 minutes down the road. Yeah. We have artists here who travel everywhere. I have a friend of mine now, Taz Spitter, who is in Tampa, Florida right now. He's going to be performing tomorrow. He went down there. He flew out yesterday, and he'll be performing down there tomorrow. Billy Live, who's the owner of Wisdom Court Entertainment. They have venues in Pennsylvania. They got a 2 event. It's Friday and Saturday, the 2nd and the 3rd, which is going to be out in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
He's got a 2-day event. They're actually coming in tomorrow. I'm doing a special interview with them from 1 to 5 tomorrow.
That's how we met Billy in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Right, Stephanie and them.
Yeah.
So he goes and he's got venues up in. He's done shows. He's done made did shows in New York and New Jersey, some different places in Pennsylvania where he has made connections with those club owners to be able to throw shows there, so he can get artists to. And
that's movement,
right? But there's a lot of artists that just won't jump on the opportunity.
Look, when it comes to music, it's like people have dope music. Then there's people who have horrible music but great drive, which pushes their music into the right places. Some people that have that talk, and some people that don't. See, you gotta have that X factor, the consistency, the drive, to be able, ability to take an L and bounce back. It's a lot that goes into being music, because the music's cutthroat. You're going through it's like going through a vine of thorns the whole time, because you know what I'm saying, trying to get through a vine of thorns the whole time. And that's coming from the snakes that's on there, the vines, the sticks, all that. It's because you gotta have that factor to go through it. If you don't, that means you gotta move. You can't stay in the same. You can't. It's not about the city. It's about the world. It's about the global. At least the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with the internet,
people don't realize it's a glitch in. I feel like more people should take their music overseas. I feel like they have a hotter shot overseas
because they
don't get that same blend of music all the time.
Right.
They get the same British mimic of what that American culture is, and they hear that real American music, and you get that shot. You can blow up.
We have a group here in Baltimore called Dirt Platoon. Now, when you hear their music, it gives you that gritty underground. That feel from the 90s, they're still they're doing music. They're in France. They go over to France.
Yeah, and it works.
And they go over there and they're touring in France. They've been over there 2 or 3 times now. I know other people who've gone overseas, and that there's a lot of artists that really do invest in themselves. What happens is a lot of these artists don't invest in themselves.
They want to get it for free. And that's the thing that a lot of producers, you know what I mean, they deal with. I know I deal with it. The investing in yourself. Everybody wants.
So everybody wants the homeboy discount.
Listen, they homeboy discount, but they know I ain't with all that shit.
Right.
I ain't with all that. Like, it is what it is. You
Right.
want to work? Let's work.
Right.
But I need you to know that if you don't take yourself serious to invest money, then why would you come to me to do it for free? And you don't even want to invest in yourself, so that's crap from the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not putting money in, but you want to get money out.
That makes
no sense.
And it's like you said. It always seems like the ones who the music sucks are the ones who have the most drive.
Yeah, I mean, I look at music too. It's the same way as you can look at like how men look at like at females. To someone might be ugly,
right?
But to that next dude, she might be looking
fine,
like,
right?
Yeah, that's like a whole Shallow How or whatever you want that movie where the movie was all flip and flop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was all to the eye. Now, to somebody that music might be garbage. Like you might not like country music, but the next motherfucker might like country music.
Right.
You look like.
Well, see, that's. Hey, that's all right because I was thinking that. I wasn't going to say it, but actually,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But and that's the way.
When I'm not around all you guys.
When he's not around you, he pulls his pants up, he takes the fitted off, puts the cowboy hat on, sits out, cracks open a beer, starts singing "Marry Home Jesus" or whatever shit. Whatever country swag.
He starts doing line dancing and shit.
Hell yeah! Put on the cowboy boots.
I drink my PBR.
You look like you walking around looking like a cheap Western.
Bollywood version.
Hell yeah.
Told you we get completely and totally off topic.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. No, that was funny. I like that. That was cool. But the whole, and I'm glad that you're bringing all this up because, like I said, a lot of people here in Baltimore think it is just here in Baltimore. I have this argument all the time with my ex because he's an artist, and I have this with him all the time. He's like, "It's just here in Baltimore." I was like, "You ain't been really nowhere to see." Like, I went to New Orleans last year, and I was in New Orleans, and they were doing a show, something similar to this, live at Peaches Records, which is where Cash Money and No Limit got their start. Okay. So we were down there with Peaches, and some girl was having a listening party, and I'm listening to these artists have these conversations with the host of the radio show. And they're saying the same exact things: the support, the artistry, everything that everybody says here. And I'm like, yo, it's happening everywhere. No, it's just in Baltimore. I'm like,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You say that, it shows me that it is everywhere. I guess. I mean, at least on the east. At least on the Upper East Side.
It's the like I ask every artist that comes here from up in PA. Like I said, I've never been to a show in Pennsylvania. When I was driving up to Pottstown last night, and I seen the sign for Reading, and I was like, well, shit, I need to talk to Jason. Maybe I'll just come up here to a show or something, and see how everything is myself.
Well, you know what? March 10th.
What day is that?
Oh, wait, okay, sorry. Let me get these. I'm gonna get these out.
You and I got Secret Life Society down here, but after that, we're heading back to Reading for him.
Got it. Hold on. March 10th.
March Madness!
Yo, my turn is short. They're gonna give it to me. I don't like you training. Turn the cameras off. They're off? Is this thing on? Alright, listen. March 10th. March Madness. You know what I'm saying? We doing something real special with the artists out in Reading, PA. I'm a judge in that, along with Draven, Melinda Rodriguez, Fame Records, G-shirts, merchandise that makes clothing out there. A lady, entrepreneur, Hustle Bunnies, and also in that, and our local artist, Hollywood Tay. We're all going to be judging that. Over $900 in prizes, studio time, photo shoots, magazines, all that's in the write-up. It's something special. Shout out to Eric Johnson. I used to want putting that together.
Okay.
You put us all on board for that. That's just pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I said, I mean,
Get back on the give back and all that.
like for me,
That rhyme, that was a bar. That's not a bar. I'm not even a rapper.
For me, like I said, I've dealt with. I mean, I've been in to shows up in New York. When my first year of doing being in the music scene, I did 60 shows between here and New York, with taking pictures, you know, learning different things, because I knew absolutely nothing about the underground music scene anywhere. I don't know where I thought these artists came from. I just thought they just came from record labels and didn't know anything else.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, now, like when you were saying about, you know, what's a song might be garbage to you or to me, but somebody else might like it. That's how I feel about the music that's being played on the radio now. I can't stand it. I don't listen to it. My kids listen to it. That's cool. That's y'all, like, that's cool. Y'all listen to that. Y'all, that's the music you like. Cool. I'm not knocking it. You know why? Because it is a subgenre of hip hop. You know, we don't.
Wait, say that again.
It's a subgenre of hip hop.
Exactly.
You know,
I agree to disagree. Why I agree to disagree? Because it's the same way that we look at it. I look at it this way. Look at it from a different picture. And you grew up around the time when it came around. Now, I'm a guy who wears skinnies. But hold on. Don't talk about shit because you look like 04. You go back Thursday looking ass nigga.
and now it's a roast session.
Because every time he's around, it is.
Nah, it's all love. It's all love. No,
like, you hate to like the fact that he's around though. Like.
I can see. As soon as he came through the door, he started. So
exactly. That's how he is. Yo, you want to shout out H?
Oh, definitely shout out H, man. Yo, H is one of the people that was like originally when I started engineering, that got me in the door. He plugs me up a lot. You know, I'm with him all the time. Very notable artist out here. He's got a hustle that a lot of artists in the region can't match. Magazines, write-ups, videos, etc. That's my guy. Knox was pop. You can't say my tag, that would be so gay. No, but in tights, whole spandex suits, tight skin,
Shorts.
shimmying, looking like if I did that right now. But you're in the 90s, nigga. With annoying ass windbreakers going.
People started with this. But you have subgenres of rock and roll. You have grunge, you have death metal, you have heavy metal. You got all these different subgenres that are included in rock and roll. But when it came to hip hop, everybody wanted to classify everything as just hip hop when it's not. Then you got the gangster rap. Now you got this mumble rap. You got all these different. You got the conscious rap. You have different types of hip hop. So that's why I say it's not for me. It's whoever, like, at first I was knocking it, and then I was like, you know what?
The beholder.
Right. I'm still stuck in I'm still stuck in the 90s and early 2000s. I'm sorry. Just about anything. If it doesn't make sense, they're not making any sense.
You don't like Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Didn't he just get beat the fuck up?
You saw that?
Yeah, TMZ.
When he touched down on the West.
Yeah.
No, he was leaving.
But
yeah, that's right. He was leaving.
It wasn't even about people from the
LA.
Other guests came in and we was just talking, and he sat down.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
If it's not, I'm making that my game. And me on
It's
Xbox.
probably. But anyway, I'm sorry.
He has like the funniest laugh, like when
Can you do it?
Thanks.
My life.
I just matched that combat.
We have an artist here named, and he kind of looks like Jada too, and that's why, like, it's just the face. Like you said, I was like, yo, like, Yeah, but you don't sound like Jada, and I'm sure your music doesn't sound nothing like Jada either. No. So, as I was explaining, Jason's already heard this. I don't call these interviews the kind of conversation. As you can see, how everything's been.
Thank you.
Getting that. It's just the way I spelled it was just to make sure, like,
I knew the Nyte part. I was very clear on that.
Yeah, it's just
that
it
second
was
part.
It was to dodge the copyright. Because
Oh,
Nyte
yeah.
was originally a DC character from DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I got the idea from like a good friend of mine, Sasha Kahuli. I don't think you'll see this, but I'll tag him.
Well, honey, this is YouTube, and you can share it and everything. That is Facebook, Hard Body Radio Facebook Live. He's doing Instagram.
Oh, word.
So, but this you could be able to share, and people say, "Well, I was in Baltimore. I did the interview." Oh, really? I should, man. Here you go.
Perfect.
You can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because I got the idea because he told me how to that the X can sound like wing. So
Right.
I just went like, all right, so and then the way it's spelled out, it just looks better. So it's pretty dope. So I was like, all right, let me do it that way. And it's like a lot shorter than my previous name,
Which was Maverick Derone, which I like to know where people like get their names. You know, he's explained his. You know, of course we got the mask on.
You brought that in? Or
No, it was here. It was here. I don't know. I don't know where they came from. I don't know. It was New Year. I don't know if the kids had it here. We have a kids show that happens on Saturday afternoons. It's Kids Talk, and they do a radio show. And I don't know if that's from there or if it's from Friday night. I don't know. They've been here since I don't know. Right. Since probably New Year's before. So like, how would you classify, since we're talking about music being classified as this, that, and the third, do you have a classification for the music that you do, or is it just, it's hip-hop, it's, you know, or do you touch on different things? Are you that versatile?
I feel like I'm versatile, but for like, because of like my hashtag, which is like Gamer Not a Gangster, and that's like my brand, basically.
Cool.
So,
Gamer rap.
Yeah, it's like gamer rap, nerdcore, you know.
Wow, I've never heard of nerdcore.
Yeah. Wow. It's really, like, if you type in nerdcore, it's been around for like a very long time. There's like
I'm just
few
old.
artists.
I'm just old.
Yeah, it's like there's a few artists, Megan Rand, Samus, Richie Bronson, NPCC Collective, MC Lars, MC Chris. There's a lot of artists that have been around a very long time that have actually been doing shows, doing tours, stuff like that.
And you're from
originally, or
where you come? Where are you?
Oh, we came from. I came from Bethlehem. Draven came out from Reading to get me over here.
Okay, because I don't know where Bethlehem is. I just went past Reading when I was last night.
It's like
past Allentown.
Yeah, it's past Allentown.
Okay, yeah, I'm just like I don't. The only reason why I go to Pennsylvania was because my granddaughter, that's where her mother moved to. So I had to go to Pottstown. You know, I told them I went to Pottstown and went to Philly and then came back home.
It's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
It's over 300 and some miles last night. And but I wanted a cheesesteak and I was disappointed. But anyway.
This lover, the food lover.
Because I went to Gino's.
Yeah.
Because Max's was closed.
Shout out Max's.
Go to Pat's.
I didn't want to go to Pets.
I shouted them out on the radio. I hope I go there and be like, I hope you heard it, and I can get like a free cheese.
It'd be nice to get a check.
Shout out Max's in case
Yeah, I
you
stopped going to name.
Share that to Max's page, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't think I have Facebook page.
I said last night I looked at them how they made it and everything. I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this. I ate it because I bought it. Of course, I had to share it with my son and my grandson. So
shout out Rip It Energy.
Yo, let me tell you, me and my family drink the hell out these bitches.
No one's watching.
So,
Curvy man is 19. Yeah. That's curvy.
So,
it's funny.
This is a question for both of y'all because, as you said, you started out, you know, rapping or whatever, and you know, blah blah blah. What?
Blah.
Blah, blah, blah. What made you... Look, I'm sleepy. I ain't even slept in like a week.
Oh, stop drinking Rip It.
No, I'm drinking Ribbons today. I've been like not...
It's like, apparently that's liquid cocaine.
No, this shit makes... I'll go to sleep on this just like I do Mountain Dew.
That's caffeine?
Mm-hmm. That's got the most caffeine in the world. But
Mountain Dew's my favorite drink. Though.
what made you, when you first decided that you were gonna rap, like what artist did you like hear and listen to and be like, yo, I want to do this? Because I knew it had to be an artist.
Kanye. And Eminem.
Me, it wasn't really artists that got me going, because like it was more of when I was, cause originally I'm from Brooklyn, so like when I was like 10 years old, so when I was like 10 years old, my older brother, who's 4 years older than me, he goes by Bolo. He was with a crew called Hump Squad. So they used to record back then, and I was like excluded. Oh, because I was too young, I guess.
Right.
Whatever. So 12 years go by. I'm 22. Finally got my own spot, whatever. I hang out with my cousin who was with the crew named Mugga, and he became a producer at that point. And I was at the house playing a video game, and afterwards, after I waxed them, basically they were like, "What do you want to do now?" And I'm like, "I want to make a song." And I had a verse, and he made a beat around it, and my brother came, my other cousin Ty came, and a good friend of ours, Double, who's affiliated with Mugga and his music, what he was doing. We all made a song together, and it was called "Doing My Thing." And from there, I kind of was like, "Yo, I just gotta keep going." Now I do have like artists that influence my style and what I want to do, like majority wise, is like Wu-Tang Clan, Lupe Fiasco. I like the old school Kanye. Kanye now is still cool, but like I don't like Yeezus. Yeah, but he's an engineer, so if he likes Yeezus, I completely understand. But
see, and that's like I had somebody else here say the same thing.
Engineers like Yeezus.
See, and I had somebody come and say the same thing, that Kanye was one of the influence, and I said I like Kanye before he went crazy.
I don't think
it's not that I say he's crazy.
It's the easy one. I find it like, if he is crazy, we gotta look at like the timeline of what's happening. Like he lost his mom's.
Yeah, when he lost his mom, that's when kind of everything went like crazy. Crazy.
At the same time, he was still like really famous and dealing with everything, and then he got with Kim Kardashian. And it's not like it's their fault. It's just that amount of
really made him go crazy.
No, but it's like
I think it
made him go nuts. Amber Rose was already cheated on this shit. He already had his ass rocking.
I think
stop dating these porn stars, bro.
I think.
I would never date a freaking porn star. Like I could never just hop on and just like I want to get my shit off one time, and I'd hop on a video and just like, damn, that's my wife, bro. That's my wife getting drilled by like 8 niggas.
Yo, you ever listen?
That's fucking crazy.
You ever listen to Gold Digger now and kind of laugh at it?
Yeah.
Some shit he said, I got you for 18 years. I'm like, damn, nigga, did you tell the future on yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's like this, like, I guess he's happy. I'm assuming, like, whatever he comes out next will probably be a lot better. Like, I like Life of Pablo, too, but it's like, I think this one will be...
That's great. Like, Father Stretch My Hand stuff.
Yeah, that's...
I just like... See, I like to see, like, what the influences were for artists, like, to get... When they get into music or what, Like, I like to see what... So it kind of, like, shows me, like, the mind of where you were at. Like, when you heard something, it was like... Yo, I can do this. I want to do this. I've had other artists come in and tell me the same thing. Yo, my older brother was doing this, and he had a group, and then and that kind of influenced him. Being in Brooklyn, I can understand. Oh, when you said Brooklyn, I was like, oh well, there you go. Because like I said, my first year in, we were going up to New York. We were going to Brooklyn. My homeboy, his family lived in Lafayette Gardens, so we were going up there doing shows at Karma. And Sputnik's been closed down, but up in Bed-Stuy. So we were going up there, and it's like as soon as you step into Brooklyn, it's like you can feel like that whole surge of energy from hip hop, because so many artists came from there, and like it's just like it has that feel. So for you to be like, yeah, my brother and them, they was doing this, that, and the third, you had that kind of influence from
like,
that.
Like walking around, because like more recently, like, you know, since I lived in Bethlehem for about like 14 years, but more every time I go out to Brooklyn, like in Bethlehem, I walk around, I have my headphones on, either I'm listening to my music or beats that I want to write to, or maybe some new album that I got. Like, if any album is like, I'm listening to Black Panther album that came out, because that's just...
The soundtrack?
Yeah, it's dope.
I've heard mixed things about that.
Yeah, it's like, people might walk in and expect, because it says TDE, they're not realizing like, and they don't know what Black Panther is and what it's representing, so they kind of they're not expecting a certain thing. Or there might be an additional thing they might not like. But that's their opinion. But me, when I'm in Brooklyn, I don't really need to have my headphones on. If anything, I usually don't have my headphones on, so I don't get caught slipping.
Yeah.
But,
right.
100%. Like,
right.
I'll be more cautious in New York, even if I'm going down the block to go to get some candy or some shit. But it's like, you no matter what, if anything, at least if you like hip hop, you walk in like you got some theme music on you anyway. It's like, music is naturally just around you. Hear it no matter what, even if it's reggae, hip hop. I don't know about country, but depending on where you at, but it's just it's music. Oh,
okay. So what's is like the music scene in Bethlehem? There's because I don't know, so I'm asking, is there a scene in Bethlehem like there is in Reading and here in Baltimore? Or
there's definitely a music scene like the Lehigh Valley was Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton. Okay. So we call it the ABE. Okay. So out of those three, there's a music scene, very big one. There are a lot of rappers, and in my head, it's like I put it as in tiers so I can see who is actually doing stuff, right? Who's like just kind of rapping. Because sometimes you might get a rapper that's like, he got high with his boys. He was just happened to be in the studio, so he made like 2 songs. But then he actually does decently well. But the same thing with Drive. You know, the weed go away, they ain't drinking like that. He gotta go back to work, you know, and then he don't do anything else with it. Right. As to like someone that's like really into it, that's like, all right, well, I got a show over here. Y'all got this tape coming out. I gotta do this, gotta do that, and they're continuing their career. Right. Because for me, you know, there's a lot of rappers in my time around the area that I've been at and online that they did music and then out of nowhere they just vanished. And that's something like I never want to do to anyone that's listening to me, especially now, because it's kind of like, at least have a reason, give me a goodbye or something. Because, you know, I was like, oh shit, I can't wait for the next mixtape. And then you're like,
it never happened.
Yeah, just wait.
Or artist promises a mixtape and it never comes out.
Yeah, man, yo, man, the video coming out this year.
Right. And I know artists, because like I said, I've been dealing with, you know, artists. I'm the Baltimore Paparazzi. That's what my name was given to me, and that's what my brand is. And I used to go to a lot of different shows here in the city for the local artists, you know, local underground, and I take pictures of everybody, and it kind of gives them. To me, it's like I'm giving them what the industry artists are getting when people take pictures of them and they're online, and you know. So I'm taking pictures of all these artists because nobody knows who they are, because nobody is supporting. But how can you support if you don't try to push yourself out there and get fans? It's a lot easier now with the internet and the way things are set up now.
And the things are so rigged up now, it doesn't make a difference.
He's so cynical.
Yeah, no. With that, which is awesome that you were doing that for local artists, because, you know, everybody wants bread, which is cool because everyone has to eat. It just the trials of being a local artist is a big one, but it's like, and every artist, I guarantee it, every artist is not signed up for it because they don't really know. Because the majority of us, unless they do have some type of mentor, there's no one to tell them game and be like, hey, yo, you gotta watch out for these guys. Like, hey, if someone hits you up and say, yo, man, pay $80 to do a set at my show, you're only doing 2 songs. No one's headlining. There's no big artist there. You're just having the opportunity, but you're gonna look good though.
I used to throw shows. See, let me tell you. Not only have I started out taking pictures. Nobody paid me to. Nobody paid me to do pictures. I just do pictures because I didn't know anybody. That's how I started in this. I didn't know anybody, so I figured if I take pictures of these artists, then I still don't know who these artists are. Most of them that I've taken pictures of, but I have a catalog. I have a running record of all these artists. Cool. Well, then everybody was bitching about these promoters. They throwing shows, and I don't want this, and I'm not getting any money for it. So what did I do? I paid attention to how promoters were throwing shows, how they were doing shows. I started throwing a show. I had a show called what? In the Spotlight. Before that, hold up. I had a mixtape series, which I still have, called In the Spotlight. Branding. My show.
When I first met you.
Yeah. In my show, how it was done was this. You're an artist. I give you 15 tickets. $10 ticket. It's $150, right? Well, guess what? You keep $75 of that money. I only get half of it. Because why? Because I gotta pay my door person, I gotta pay my host, I gotta pay my DJ, I gotta pay my production artist, my production person, because I'm a production person who, when it's your turn, they go, hey, come here. This is our last song. You get right going. Why? Because my host does not need to be standing up there going, yo, where's so-and-so at? Oh, he outside. Da, da, da. No, we're going to keep the show moving.
That happens all the time.
Yeah,
right.
But see, that's professionalism too. Like, because that's the thing. Wait, I'm going to just say, it's like, I don't know how other genres do it when they come to local shows. It's just that, I don't really go. But when it comes to hip-hop shows, because me, myself, like, I've put on shows.
Right.
Like, in the ABE, I can at least say, at least within the last 4 years of me doing music, I have at least put on like 6 different shows. And I call it the Star City Showcase, because where I'm at in Bethlehem, I call it Star City.
Right.
Strictly talented at rapping. Because in Bethlehem, out of the 3, is a few artists that rep Bethlehem and do stuff, but it's not like, they don't get as much of a look as they probably should. So there's like some people like my Nixon, who's he lives in Bethlehem. I do Blind Richie. At one point it was Baines, but I think he moved out the area, but we still count whatever. But it's like there are people in Bethlehem that actually spit and rap and do that, but it's just like either sometimes they might not even say they're from Bethlehem and rap it like that, or they just people don't pay attention. And it's like, so me, I wanted to make a showcase where we give a chance to any type of rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I have a rapper, colleague of mine, a good friend, his name's Chris Weaver. He's a Christian rapper, but he's actually a really dope rapper.
Right.
So when I have my show, every other time I try to get to him, yo, you want to do a set? Because, he might want to evangelize, the gospel or whatever and through his music.
Right.
And,
you never know. There might be somebody.
Know what can happen. Someone might need that. Someone might be going through some stuff.
That's what we did with Kid Flight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kid Flight.
At our showcase.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just that, like, I have people who are different because I know I'm very different. I could at least say damn near the whole state. I'm probably like one of the only nerdcore rappers you ever hear about.
Right.
But in essence, when you look me up and you see what I've done and where I've gone, either through Nightwing or Maverick the Ronin, I've already been out in Maryland before.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in DC like last year for a convention. Actually a lot of nerdcore stuff happens in DMV. It's just like I like to give the opportunity to people because sometimes one person that might be going up and doing music, they might hear about it and they're like, "Yo, you think I could get on?" And I tell them what they need to do, and that's it. Sometimes, like depending on what situation happens, I might ask for some bread from the artist, but it's never something outrageous. You know what I mean? It's something to help get the show going.
See, and like I had artists that would tell me, "Oh, I don't want to have to sell tickets," and I'm like, it's the promoter's responsibility to get the crowd, and I'm like, this is a local underground scene. Not many people know about where's your fans at? That was my whole thing, and like I told him, I said, you sell these tickets, so if 6 people that you have bought tickets from you actually show up, your 6. I had 10 artists on the bill. That was it. I hate going to shows and there's 20 fucking artists on there because that means the promoter just wants the money. I would leave out of there with no money in my pocket. But guess what? My whole staff was paid. The owner of the club made money at that bar. You know what I mean? But, and like, I've seen a lot, and I'm sure you guys have too, being in the scene, that you've seen these shows, and it's like the person that's putting the show on, it's all their homeboys or their friends that are on it. It's the same people over and over. With me, I don't care if you suck or not. I don't care if you suck. If you want to do a show, I'm giving you that platform to do the show. I'm not screening anything.
Word. Let me get in on that one, because for whoever's watching, whoever sees this later, I always will have a lot more respect for someone who will go up on a stage and perform. Because it's like this: if you have never walked up on a stage and done anything, spoken word or something, you do not know how it is to be in front of everyone in the room that don't know you who you are. You don't know who they are. You don't know the energy. They're looking at you like deer headlights. They're just waiting. And you have a moment to
win them over.
Win them over, but it's like at least you try. Because there's a lot of people that are like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, but it's simple. It's simple. I'll give somebody a little claw. I don't know, Draven has been around when I used to perform. It's simple. Like, you look out and people see all these people with their eyes looking at you all crazy. Like, you better woo me, nigga. Because I think you're local and you're poop. That's what they're thinking.
Right.
I go to most of the local shows and I think a lot of the performers be poop. Or the sounds poop, whatever, either or.
He's saying poop like we're censored on this.
No, not. I want to just see. I will tell you, you're the shit. And that mean more to me than your poop. Because you're not worth me even swearing right now.
You have a point. You have a point. All right, I'll give that to you. You have a point.
Dumb down ass song, I'm giving you dumb down ass words to represent that, to react to that dumb ass song.
Right.
But I digress.
Oh, he's using big words now. I digress.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sober right now. I need more apple juice. I need more apple juice. You know, like, but if you find one person in that crowd that's there when they're looking at you, and you go in, perform like you're just in your mirror. And you find that one person in the crowd
that's rocking,
one side that will rock with you. Because there's always one person there that's going to rock with you. Even if it's your fucking mom, bro. If she's rocking with you, bro, you go hard, bro. Then you go to the other fucking side. Then go to the other fucking side. And then you might get lucky and you got another motherfucker over there that's like, hey, that's my shit. Now, them two are your biggest fucking fans. You perform for them two motherfuckers. Find one in the middle. You like that? You see a little girl in the front? Hey, word with your shit. Get your swag on. There's 3 people. I don't give a fuck if the rest of the whole arena hates you. Them 3 people love you.
And
There's 3 friends that you
and
got
I think
today.
me being in...
That's a win.
And I think me being in the front with my camera kind of gives them that, you know, because I'm actually taking the time out and I'm taking pictures, because I take pictures of every artist. Now, I don't care. Like I said, I don't know them. And I might not even like their music, but I will take pictures of them because I feel like they deserve that. Because I can't get up on that stage. I can't rap. I can't sing. I can't do none of that stuff. I used to have to host sometimes when I didn't have a host. I hated getting up on that stage. They talking. I'm like, you have that personality. I'm the behind the scenes kind of person. That's why I stay behind my camera.
Yeah, I do all production. I just like, I know. I've been doing it, like, even though I've been in music and I gave you that whole description, I've been, like, doing this since I was, like, a kid. You know what I mean? I've been in front of crowds and crowds since I was, like, 7. So when I go in front of doing speeches in school and all that, so when I get up in front of people and I see them people looking at me again, like, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say some Joe-ass shit, or I'm going to just, you know what I mean, woo over it. Like, I'm talking to you and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? Because there's probably somebody there that's with you that you know. They're just right there, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, say I'm about to go up on the reverb stage and you're right there. I don't know nobody there. Cool. I'm talking to you, Draven. They don't know I'm talking to you, but I got somebody who's going to relate to me in that crowd. It helps you. I think that helps with the calm a little bit, with the anxiety that people get. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, there's so many people. Don't look at this. Focus out, bro. Just do what you got to do.
See, now I had a I guess he was a manager. I was at a show one night and the host shouted me out. And I was like, yo, why the fuck you do that? I'm just trying to be low key. I'm not trying, don't try to be, yo, the Baltimore Paparazzi in here. I'm like, yo, Ogun, why the fuck you do that, yo? Dude comes up to me, goes, yeah, make sure you get your camera ready, because when my artist gets on stage, he gonna show you something. I'm like, okay, my camera's always ready, but okay.
And then they flop.
His artist got on stage. He got on stage. And he had 2 dudes with him. I have a problem with having 20 motherfuckers on stage. He had 2 dudes with him. Cool. I don't have no problem with that. Because if you got 20 motherfuckers on stage, I'm not paying attention to you. I'm paying attention to this drunk motherfucker over here who's trying to rap your words, but don't know the words. And I'm waiting for him to fall, and I'm not paying attention to you. So that's my problem with 20
I worry about this world star pick I'm about to get when this nigga busts his ass on stage.
Yeah. So
y'all shout out Money Maze. Yeah, 2 on the way. You already know.
So I'm there on my camera. Dude's got the microphone like this with his eye closed, rocking back and forth, rapping over his lyrics, and I can't even hear him over top of his lyrics. And I'm standing right here.
Okay.
But what is your artist getting ready to show me that he can rap with his eyes closed over his tracks?
You know what the problem is? That you know, here's what they do. Here's where the foul comes in. That dude might have the greatest potential and maybe a great performer, but a lot of artists where they fuck up at is where they come to the joint pre-game. Now, usually with your homies, look, you can come with me. I'm a hell of a drinker. I'm a hell of a smoker. But I'm not performing tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So don't drink with me because I'm getting fucked up. Yeah, I can walk around this bitch this great culture in my eyes, man. I'm out here drunked up. But you're about to go up on that stage in front of all these people where you got to be hype, you got to be clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he wasn't,
be influential.
But he wasn't even drunk. That's just what his personality was.
It was one of those bum performances. It was just one of those bum down performances.
But his manager was trying to push him up to be,
but that's
you know
his
what
job.
I mean? And I was
that's his job.
Like the manager is basically the personal promoter of that one person.
He sells you.
But at the same time,
you can't sell yourself.
He didn't sell me shit, but a dream.
That's how people, they sold you a dream. That's what they do.
This was all a dream.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know Draven's over there, he's the manager, so is Zavala, but they sell you a dream. You know what I mean?
But you know what? But my thing is this though, even with that, with being, because like I said, my ex has been trying to get me to be the manager of his group, and I won't do it because motherfuckers don't listen. And I have a problem with that. I got kids that don't fucking listen.
I don't need,
you know, so
I don't need another kid.
Right. So, but I'm sure that they're not going to sit here and tell me, oh yeah, my artist's going to get on stage, Lisa, and you watch what he does, if they know he's not like that.
Well, that's,
you know what I mean?
Something, that's how their approach in business is the arrogant come off. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come at you with the arrogance, like, yeah, my artist's about to do this, Especially, you know what I'm saying? I seen it a lot when I was at NY. That was an approach with a lot of like promoters, artists. They come off swaggy, or they come off with that like, and they're gonna try to intimidate you with that approach.
Right.
Now, there's people like you and people like me that just find that irritating. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
and
some people just find it.
I've seen more people flop. I've beaten more people that you said that I was gonna like. That they were so dope. I beat people in competitions as an artist like that already. Like, oh, he's super dope. Okay, and they're up there 10 deep, right? And they're crocking the crowd.
But the crowd's not even the crowd.
I go up there with my bro, and I'm just doing it by myself,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. It's just like, yay, we're super hot. That shit don't. I'd rather see action.
See, and for me,
the same way though.
For me, my thing is this: when it comes to an artist, okay, I'm gonna listen to your music. Like I get your music, and I'm listening to it and be like, oh, okay. But I need to see you perform. I need to see how you are on that stage. And I need to see how you carry the crowd. I need to see, for me, that's my criteria for me personally. That's how I look at artists. And if you're sitting up there and you're giving it your all and you're doing, that means more to me. That's just like, what the hell?
Oh. Yeah, dude, yo, I've been watching her.
I've been watching it too. I know sometimes I feel bad as shit because she'll make eye contact with me, and I'm like out the window, like I have ADHD or something.
But did you
I'm like, nah.
Nick's talking.
Did you see the swerve though?
Oh shit.
Did you see the swerve?
Looking at it.
Did you see the swerve? She was on the camera, no lie. She was like this. She was on the phone and she was like this.
She probably high as hell. She probably high as hell.
They're watching us.
Right.
No.
There was somebody on the bus stop the night that that the guild was here, and one of the artists, his name is Exoskeleton, and he has
That's a dope ass thing.
He's a dope ass artist. He has this golden mask that he wears. Sometimes, you know, he's the man in the golden mask, and he was sitting in that third seat. And like the guy was standing on the bus stop, and it was just looking straight over here. So he just got up and just like with the mask on and just like.
You don't know me.
It
wasn't me.
So but yeah, we have a lot of stuff that goes crazy stuff that goes on in here.
I guess.
But you know, my whole thing, like I said, my whole thing for like, you know, when Jason, you know, said he wanted to bring artists down, and I thought it was a great idea because this gives me an insight into another area of a music, you know, music scene in other areas, because I don't get to venture out like I want. You know, I haven't been in the music scene in Houston. I've been down to Houston twice now, I got to see
Southwest. I want to go out there.
Oh, I was supposed to be going out there, but money. But I am going to go see. I'm going to go see Kevin Gates in July, so I don't care about nothing else. I am.
That looks like your type of chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a little bit late, so yeah.
I don't know. You got a little excited. She got the spark.
Kevin Gates. No, you don't understand. Kevin, you don't understand.
She got the jazz.
Kevin Gates is just an artist that I really I find.
Thumb up in a booty. Kevin Gates be like, hell is it?
But he's just one of those artists like that my kids they're the ones who made me listen to him. I was like, I'm not listening to this shit. But every time I got in my daughter's car, the rules are, you know, if you're in my car, you listen to my music. If I'm in your car, I gotta listen to yours.
We'll listen to country on the way back.
What you're gonna be listening to is my snores, if that's the case. Listen to my snores.
Yeah, well,
so
watch. I'm gonna get it live. Kenny's gonna be like, "Achy break your heart."
He's going way back because
I'm gonna be like,
achy
break your nose. That's what it's gonna be like. And then I will go back to sleep after that.
You'll be talking like white.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go to Humbles, guys.
I can talk like that now. We probably relate a lot better.
Yo. I'm done with this guy.
Yo, I don't know why you keep going you know he's gonna get you. He's always gonna one up you.
You just got that shirt. Why is your neck stretched out? You stretched out. God damn. Joe, stretch.
Oh, I hate him.
Yo, you know,
his neck collar. Yo, Sabala's neck collars are here stretched like old titties right now. Look at this. Sag status.
Yo.
Put that shirt in a nursing home.
Fuck you.
Get yourself a bra. It's embarrassing.
See, and the roast session continues.
Look, you see the top of the GSS show. They look like eyebrows in your titties.
Oh, fuck you,
It's giving your chest character.
See, you're talking about going to go see Kevin Hart. You don't need to. Here you go.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
He's better.
You know what? I think you should go with. This way, I can ask him to fucking roast you.
You think I'm stupid?
Seriously.
I will have nothing for Kevin Hart.
You have nothing for Kevin Hart?
What am I doing? Short jokes? He's getting his whole life.
Well, you can talk about his sex tape.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna be
Fuck that. Kevin Hart's crazy. I would try though. I've never been a quitter.
I've done it.
Sure, bring it. I would go in. I would. If you took me there, I'm Googling everything about his mom and everything. I'm going raw, son. I'm going raw dog in that joint. Talking about his mom, his children, everything.
Who bought Toys R Us direct?
You unfaithful ass nigga. You STD carrying fuck. I'm just playing, dog. Oh, if Kevin Hart sees that, I don't want no smoke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't sleep.
Next thing I'll be on Instagram, my picture's gonna be there. Listen to me. Old scarecrow, skinny in the face looking ass. You already know, I'm not with the game. I'm not gonna list myself.
And it just went left again.
I'm sorry. I told you it's deeper in the music, man. You get me in here.
All right, can I tune in?
Right, yeah.
So we can reel some of this back in.
Right. There's two microphones right there, whatever.
You guys in your side conversations.
Hey.
Since we're having side conversations, I would like to plug side missions too.
Right.
by Nyte.
Yeah, watch that. Yeah, that one's kind of loose, so yeah, just watch it.
But yeah,
We're getting new mics and everything sometime soon, hopefully.
It's still
We're plugging tapes. Yeah, 2 on the way. Money made.
yeah, too.
Possible C3 on the way. Yeah. Oh, you already should know that.
Where's that mixtape going?
Oh, GSS mixtape on the way. Whew, you already know. Shout out Jay Zavala.
Kings of Wakanda.
Hold on. This is the first time he got my last name right.
It's not a big one.
I give up. I don't even try. I don't even try.
Zavala.
Well, no, I call you Zavila.
Yeah. Oh, you just do that at a beat.
Don't even try.
We just plug it in and
Your
taste.
skin reminds me of a tortilla.
Kings of Wakanda by Top the Gang.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do. 3 seconds.
Listen, for everybody that's paying attention, I just want to say that 610 is active.
All day.
Very active. 610 Radio just launched on the 18th.
What's up?
Look them up on Facebook.
Memes.
Nah, he's
Nah, that was a good though.
No, that wasn't. Trust me, that wasn't us.
He said that wasn't us.
Let me go on record. Let me go on record as saying why I did think that it was good for some of the unity. Excuse me, some of the unity in Reading.
That's a contradiction.
Us,
Really? You think?
us, you know, us as Twin Flame Records. I don't see that as being productive for what we do because as much light as it was given the artists.
Can you for somebody that doesn't know, can you explain what you're talking about?
There was a meme page that popped up called 610 Memes.
It still exists.
I won't go into too much detail, but they started these meme battles that actually brought some.
Melinda knows how to spell people's names right.
Yeah, like it actually brought some light to some of the artists in Reading.
It showed me there was a lot more artists than I thought there were.
Yeah, it opened the doors. It opened the doors, and it went left a couple times, but overall,
that's good though.
In my opinion,
competition.
That's all good for the market.
Yeah, it's listen. I thought that it was very productive, and me as an elder in Reading hip hop, like I started in '87, and I'm 38, so I've literally been doing
Still a baby
forever. But I just mean the amount of time that I've been doing it and watching how the culture has grown and transcended.
He started when I was born.
Before the internet and stuff like that. It was the first time that I've seen that much solidarity between Reading artists on that level. The last time that it happened was, I believe it was 2016, where Can's group had their wave, Skyline had his wave, Nova had his wave, Prequel had his wave, and a few other artists.
We brought it all together.
And they were moving, like they were moving, and it all came together into a song about unity, a nice cipher.
YouTube, actually you can look that up on YouTube. Flow Television. It's called Unity Canonic Cipher. We got all type of local artists on there and coming together. It was a pretty big thing.
It was dope, especially if you know the backstory. If you know the backstory with some of the artists who didn't really get along, wasn't no beef, just competitive reasons.
Well, and hearing you say that, like I said, here's another example how things that go on in one place happen in another. Here, when I first came in the scene, I first started going to shows in 2008. So 2006, 2007, I started getting familiar with artists, and as far as names, some music, because there's he's an engineer. I don't even know if he's still engineering now, but his name is Shaka Pitts. He actually is the owner of the Pit Fights rap battle league, and he had a blog talk radio show where he had a thing called Play It or Spray. He'd play a song, we'd be in the group chat, and people would call in, and everything. That's how I got, familiar with artists. So 2008, I started going to shows. And when you would be in a show, you would see all these artists who were not even on the bill were at the show, because they were supporting everybody. It was all love. Everybody got along. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, boom. This one's beefing with this one, and this one doesn't like this one, and this one's having words with this one, because for whatever the reason was, like, it was never really, there was never really a problem or an issue that actually happened. It was like somebody said something to something, and this got back to this one, that so-and-so said that whole hearsay, that hearsay shit.
Every tier of the game.
A lot of times it's the sidelines, it's the entourage.
Right. And then it goes, and like, we were like up here where we had venues everywhere in the city that every weekend there was something going on. There was something going on. And then slowly but surely the city started shutting places down because of this violation or whatever.
He said a key thing is usually not the art. Well, here where we're at, like I'm sitting in the engineer scene or I've been in the studio, like I've been front and center for everything. So if anybody wants the true raw story about what happened, like I know. Like I was there, like when you shot that, like as if you shot him, I was right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's not what happened, bro. You pulled out like this and you shot him like this. This is what happened. I know exactly down to the T. I know that, and it's like the artists do beef, but a lot of times it be a he said, she said, or it's a third party name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all hate. That's the thing. Right. That's what we tried. That unity we was talking about, but like the hate is like it's unbearable. Like it's goofy. It's so funny. It's goofy.
What I've always said is this. Like everybody's like, oh, we need to all come together, and I keep saying this every day. Every time somebody says this is what I say.
You about to get hit.
Probably.
Yo, if I see you get smacked by a bus while I'm here, I'm going. This is Baltimore, Maryland for you. We're live. Yo, let's see a crackhead get smashed by a bus. It's this thing on.
But this is what I say. Not everybody is going to support. Not everybody's going to support the thing about getting everybody together, and that's cool because everybody has their own agendas. But like the thing that what Billy Live is doing with Wisdom Court Entertainment, he's telling people to come along. Look, you want to come in, let's go. You want to do a show in West Virginia? You want to do a show up in PA? I don't want to take that 2.5 fucking hour drive out to fucking Milton, but yeah, I mean, but like artists, do you want to do this show up in New Jersey? Do you want to do this show up in New York? Like he's trying to, like he gets on stage, like one of his artists performed at Frozen Harbor? Yeah, Frozen Harbor. J Money performed at Frozen Harbor.
Did he do it for Ja Rule also? Yeah,
he opened for Ja Rule too. Frozen Harbor is a 2-day event that we have here in Baltimore down at the power plant. It's actually 10 different stages. There's 160 plus artists of different genres between those 2 days. Friday night was Ja Rule, covering everything. So that's a big deal because they start screening 4 acts in September. Okay. Like he's already went and reserved all the stages for next February, like Monday or Tuesday. So it's kind of a big deal as far as trying to get onto that stage or whatever. Getting on shows at Soundstage is kind of a big deal because they don't like local artists. Right. Local artists don't bring them money. You know what I mean?
Everybody want to talk about. You know what I hate? Here go another one.
I would like the info on
Frozen Harbor. Yeah. That's a perfect thing when he says like they don't make money off of local artists. Here's the thing: you can't sit here and tell me you're the fucking hottest, you're the greatest, but when it comes time for you to sell something as measly as 15 tickets, my guy, you can't get the flip back. What? I said you can't get the flip back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm dope. You hear me? Bar, but you got no following.
No. You will see, and
you don't got. I'm not even hold up, but you got no following. First of all, so that's already debatable. You got 15 tickets. Look, it's 15 tickets. You tell me you don't got like 4 cousins, 3 side bitches, your girlfriend. Look at that.
Your baby mama.
Your baby mama. The bitch that lied about being your baby mama. Hold up. What am I to like 12 now? Oh, man. They didn't pop off 5-10. I guarantee you can get $5-10 out of her to get a dime of weed.
Right.
Yeah. What? I said you can get $5 or $10 out of her for a dime of weed. But you get her to buy your ticket, that means your music must suck. Or your music just sucks. Or you just really don't got that drive. 15 tickets, people can't flip them, and they can't get the money. And they're yelling at the guy like, "Oh, you're not gonna let me perform, yo? And they're gonna let me perform? Who are you performing for?
Right?
Somebody else's crowd? That's what you're trying to do. That's why the shows is flop because everybody goes off that theory. I don't have to do it, or I can pay out for these tickets, and I don't really sell tickets, and they try to live off somebody else's crowd.
Right?
I'm gonna get a fan base off of that. No, dude, they came to see these people and these fans that you're waiting to perform for,
and they're gonna
leave when that nigga leave. It's over, and then the show looks like empty and it's flopping up and down the whole time.
Right.
Y'all niggas out here looking goofy.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Goofies.
And because you are not from Baltimore, you are from another state, a whole 2 hours away. You're saying the same exact things that these artists here are saying, and that's why. That's just like I said. I gotta keep letting people know that the shit that they're going through as artists,
it's all universal.
It is. So that's why when they say, "Oh, I'm going to go down to Atlanta," well, now everybody's going down to Atlanta. My guy named Lil Tay just moved down there.
You gotta wear a dress down there, bro.
Yeah.
Woo! It's the apple juice, bro. I don't know what's in this juice, bro. Nah, I'm fucking around.
Lil Tay sounds
look,
good.
Atlanta.
Good in Atlanta though. Like I'm Lil Tay from Atlanta. Yeah, it makes sense.
And Atlanta ain't for everybody, because as much as I'm joking around, you gotta wear a dress down there. This niggas that can get it down there, bro. And there's a different game up here. Like where we from, or that. I was talking to Mage yesterday. And he from Atlanta. Look, he's like, all this talk that y'all be doing over the internet, niggas pulling up, spraying your mama house to fuck up. Like, they're not playing that, oh, we're gonna go internet beef. No, we real beef in these streets. They are pulling up on your mom's type shit.
The difference with Tay is that he's been going down there for the past few years and going down there, and he's made these connections. He's performed down there. But there's a lot of artists that went down there once or twice, and I'm going to move down there, and I'm like, and then they turn around and guess what?
Fuck up and have to
they come right back home.
See what the problem is? The problem is a lack of originality. In general, different things. People don't wanna. They don't wanna create their own lane, whether it be marketing wise, promotion wise. They rather try to reinvent the wheel. And the fact of the matter is, what works for him may not work for you.
Right.
Well, they want to ride.
Nobody has originality, like none at all.
I said this. There's an artist that he's actually signed. He's signed with Future. Ooh. His name Future. His name is Test. Well, we call him Test Me. I think he goes by Test 410 now. I'm not real sure, but he's from here in Baltimore. And when I first met him years ago, Lil Wayne was big. And guess what? He sounded just like Lil Wayne. I heard him on a song. And I was like, oh my goodness.
That's how it came. It's running.
I just heard him on a song with some friends of mine, and I was like, who's that? And they were like, that's Test Me. And I was like, well, I'm glad you don't sound like Lil Wayne. I can't stand an artist who tries to sound like somebody that's already on the radio. Because guess what? They already have one of those.
Yeah. See, the situation with that and why that would happen is most of the time it's like someone would be so into.
You're going to put him in timeout.
Someone would listen to somebody so much while they're in their development stage of being a rapper and before they even found themselves as an artist,
right?
That they wind up sounding like that person. So let's say Test Me, when he sounded like Lil Wayne, and when Lil Wayne was popping, all he probably heard was Lil Wayne. So he never gave himself an opportunity to develop himself. Now, maybe years later now, if you hear him, he probably found himself, thankful, and now you can hear himself. But that's something like I can attest to. Like me, from 4 years ago, you can hear my growth, but all through my music, it's like I literally try to ask people like, "Yo, do you think I sound like somebody?" No. I got like various answers, but it's never like as frequent.
I lost a friend a few months ago. He was killed.
Oh, rest in peace.
And his name was Paco. He looked like Tupac and he sounded like Tupac. He wasn't trying to, he just did. And I played one of the songs earlier, and he wasn't trying to bank on that. He was just rapping, and he just sounded like Tupac. And like I said, people like that, like I said, K-Mac, when I listen to K-Mac, I can hear like Jada. I can hear Jada Kiss. He's not trying. That's just how he's always sound. He's got that voice just like that. That's different than, like I said, somebody, how do y'all feel about people doing industry beats, like mixtapes with industry beats? Like that's basically all they do.
That engineer. I'm an engineer. So,
right.
Listen, this almost is like a 1, 2, 3 step process. Look, they come in, you already know. Yo, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Alright? Either they stealing the beat out or they're gonna get an industry beat. Now the raps I was telling you about, like I have done lately, they've been on industry joints.
But that's different.
That's just like fun play.
Right.
You feel me? So, like, I'm going to get my, and they come, honestly, they come from like me going to get my son, like picking up from school, and then like No Limit came on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I can kill this better than G-Lit. I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean? But everybody does it.
That's what I was going to say. Like me personally, if I jump on something, it's because I really like the beat.
Yeah.
Right.
And
now, when you jump on the beat, how do you do the beat? Do you sound just like?
No.
Right.
No,
I can't stand that.
No, I do me. Like honestly, 2004 when the label that I had was active, we did do that. We were following that blueprint. Mm-hmm. And it got tiring real quick. But we were dropping a mixtape a week also.
Right.
You know,
but was that to get the name out there, to get
that's acceptable. See, that's acceptable to get your name
right.
out there, buzzing.
Right.
But there's the thing where you separate it because there's people like Cassidy. Look at Cassidy. Look, and I've done work with Cassidy. You know, and it's like, can you make a song? Because Cassidy's not that great at putting out a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that smash banger. Nope. Right. Don't got that. Freestyle his ass off. Right. Body ya. Yeah. You don't want to battle the dude.
Ball.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Bars for days. Barzilla comes up making a song. I don't care if you're with Swiss, Jesus, Moses. Don't matter. You're not making a hit, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Shouts to him. He does what he got to do, but at the same time,
there's a lot. And see, there's because I've been in the rap battle, the rap scene, the rap battle scene. I know battlers who are fire with the battling, but can't make a song to save their life. No, there are very few who can do both. I've come across a few of them that can do both.
I know some that can.
But back to because the reason why I ask this is because I like to ask artists this. My personal thought is this. You get on the industry beats. Like everybody try to get on that fucking Panda beat. And I hated that shit because I got tired of hearing that shit.
Got to be sickening quick.
They came out perfect around
I dodged that.
I had the mix on that beat.
But my thing is, you do industry beats and you're playing around with it. You're doing it, or you hear a beat that it's a hard industry beat. You'd be like, yo, I'm going to do this better than that industry artist, and I'm gonna put it out there, and people are gonna listen. There's a Verb from here in Baltimore. He also battles, and I've watched him freestyle for 16 fucking minutes, and we had to stop his ass. He put out a mixtape. I was listening to the mixtape. There's a song on there that I fucking love. I was like, oh my God, I love this. I love everything about this. Like his words, his flow, his everything. I'm in 5 Seasons one night. The DJ, I hear the beat come on. I was like, oh shit, he get ready to play Verb. It was a fucking Meek Mill's song. Yeah. I didn't even know it was a Meek Mill song because I heard it from Verb first. Right. I like shit like that. If you're gonna do an industry beat, don't try to sound like.
I mean, you know who's good at that and the contradiction to throw in there? Jonah Lucas.
Yeah.
He'll body your beat. Because he'll go over these mumble rappers' beats.
He'll body that beat and say their name and then be like, yo, I ain't dissing them. I'm just like saying it.
Right. But like I said, how old would you say you were?
I'm 38.
Okay, you're still a baby to me. I'm older than you.
Well, I must be an infant.
You are. All y'all are babies to me. So I came in, I was there when 50 started this shit. 50 started taking everybody's beats. He started with Ja Rule, of course. He taking everybody's beats and just rapping over them. And then everybody else started to follow along. Well, it's cool to do that, but don't try to keep doing that.
Let me tell you what the difference was for me. I told you I started early. I started producing like 1991.
Right.
Around 2001, I was getting out of it for a little bit. And I guess you could say I was getting out of chasing the dream after doing it for so long.
Right.
Without going into my whole resume. But the turning point for me was we had went to an American music seminar. We had won the chance to get there and we had to pay to get in. Met a lot of industry people.
Yeah. We
were told by Shady Records, Def Jam, and all of these people, these representatives of said companies, you guys are very talented, but you are not marketable.
Right.
And they criticized the sound of our demos. I had the first CD that I ever did. It was 9 songs. Most of them were recorded in one night to get ready for. That was the album I was working on. We were doing this. So, I mean, they were reference tracks. I could tell I was reading off of them. When they told me that, I came back home and the rest of my CDs I gave away. They were already paid for. People that buy. This is dope, but I'm like, nah, it's not even. I was rushing. So I was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna fall into consulting because I came up through the grind, so I knew all of the legwork that you do. You know, like, I didn't have the internet.
Right. See, and like I completely understand.
What the challenge for me was I fell back on being an artist to do some consultation, but secretly what I was doing was, because 50 was coming up, I said, you know what? I can write my ass off. I'm going to write these songs that they want so that I can get in the door and do me.
Right.
I gave that formula, which wasn't my formula, but I gave a suggestion to another artist who I felt was better at doing that because he could sing also. And we went running, you know, off of that.
Right.
So that's how we got into it. It was a thing where I was frustrated and I was like, well, that's what they want. I mean, Biggie's demo was all industry beats.
Right.
So I finally, and me being a stubborn artist, I finally like tried to compromise, but there was a better artist to do it than I could. So he was doing it, and then we would just jump on songs here and there, and it did what it was supposed to do for us. It did work for us. We did our mixtapes, and the first couple of mixtapes, we mixed them in with industry songs.
Right.
And it did good. Like we you know, without going too much into detail, we made it very low, 5 figures, over a 4-month period. We did that doing promo. Of course, we sold a lot more outside of Reading.
Right.
And we were very, very, very firm in our approach.
Right.
In our sales.
Right.
You know, you're going to buy this CD for $5. You know, and people accepted them. But that was my whole drive as far as that. Now it's just for rec. Like I hear if the music talks to me, then I'll get on it. You know?
It's just like I said, I have certain pet peeves. Like there's certain things that I see and certain things that I pay attention to, and like I understand the whole concept. Like I always talk about my ex. He's like, yo, Lisa, can you get this beat for me? And like I'm like, yo, can you just like stop getting these get originals so you can actually make a project that you can sell, because you can't sell these. These are not your beats. You know what I mean? And like that's my whole process is this. As an artist, you want to be able to sell and make money. Like this is what you're in it for. Because like I used to tell artists all the time, if you're in this as a hobby, if this is just your hobby, let me know, because I go harder for an artist than most artists go for themselves. I used to be the ringtone lady back in the day. I don't know who's knocking on the door, and it's not for me. I used to be the ringtone lady back in the day right before I got into this music scene. When I got into the music scene, when the kids was coming to me, you know, they want Little Bootsy, they want Webby, they want, you know, Gucci Man, and I'm playing artists from the city. And they're like, who's that? And I'm like, you need to learn about your local artists. That's who you need to learn about. Exactly. And they would name the people they heard on the radio, which is only like a handful of people. And they're whack, they're this, they're that. I'm like, there's so much more. Fast forward to when I was doing my showcases, I met up with an artist, and I went to go sit down with him so I could, you know, give him his tickets. And he looked at me and said, Did you used to live up on Poplar Grove? And I was like, yeah. He said, you the ringtone lady. I used to come and get, he said, I used to come and get industry beats from you, because I would download CDs too. I was doing everything. I had a hustle. Right. And he became an artist because, you know, like I was doing like helping him by giving him beats and stuff. Because, you know, when you first start out, that's what you do. I'm gonna tell you, I used to be on, because I told you, I'm older than y'all, way older than y'all. I started out with Sugar Hill Gang, okay? That's how old I am.
Okay, no. Watch it now, girl. Watch your step.
So, you know,
you have this pretzel back, bro. Pretty gross.
I learned.
I didn't even say shit. What are you gonna?
I learned the words to Lottie Dottie by recording Lottie Dottie.
Writing it back, writing
the words down.
Yeah.
That's how you learn too, right? I used to listen to Eminem's Marshall Mathers track, like different album, like the different songs, and I was like, you would like flip their bars, like bar for bar. That's how I learned how to rap. Like, you know what I mean? Flip the bar for bar. And I used to do it a lot with Kanye. Kanye gave me the wordplay. Like I like to use like, you know what I mean, like simple shit, like words that you can be like shit like dude say with do say, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, wow, that's like the wordplay, the word, you know what I mean? The word two and two,
see,
you know what I mean? Shit like that, you know?
And I see, my thing is when it comes to music is J. Cole is one of my favorites because of his metaphors. Because he says this, but he means this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I'm listening and all of a sudden it just hits me like smack. And I'm like, oh shit, he said this, and I get excited.
I remember when he was on Stars, bro, with Jay-Z. That's the first time I ever heard him.
Blueprint 3?
Yeah, I was like, who is this
right.
dude? I was like, he's amazing. Like, I listen to that song more than any other Jay song on the album. I really fucked with that song. And since then, he just like...
And there's like that's like with me, like I said, I have my pet things that I like about artists, that I like to see in artists, that I like artists that are versatile. I like artists who can get out of their comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like not just like with producers. Two of my favorite producers here in Baltimore, they can make beats. And I don't even, like, I'll be listening to beats because I'm always around rappers, so I'm listening to beats all the damn time. Right. And I'll be like, yo, who is this? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, so-and-so. Like, that don't sound like his beat because he's so versatile. And then it's 9410, he doesn't even make hip-hop beats anymore. He stopped. He said, they don't pay me.
Right.
So... Thanks. He does other things. He does reggae. He does
reggaeton, dance hall. They pay.
Right. And then there's Mistress Beats. She's phenomenal with what she does. Like she was like, I want to work with so and so, but I got all these people here who I've got to do beats for, and I like versatility. I don't like you're just in this one lane and you do this one type of beat. And all your songs sound the same. Why am I listening to you?
Yo, the Philly market has a problem like that Meek Mill type. Everybody wants to run off that bag. That
right.
Burn. And with this hard snare and then that crazy 808. And then, you have the like soft bit in and the snare goes in and the drums start going nuts. And then, that's how the Philly market be. It's like, and same thing in the Reading region. Like, it's that type of sound. There is versatility out there.
Over TV.
I ain't gonna say there's not, but Philly has a lot of issues with that. A lot of Philly rappers like Philly, they all rock the same thing. And that's why I'm not gonna lie. I like Uzi because Uzi don't sound like he's a Philly rapper. He doesn't sound like he's from Philly. He doesn't, and he's killing the radio with the sound. He's riding the waves. He's gonna ride the wave all the way through.
I don't see. I don't know nothing.
You don't know
Uzi? No. I know who he is. I know who he is, but I don't.
Like, I can't. It's like this. I understand why people like him. It's just that it's not for me. It's like when I'm looking into something that's of hip hop. It's like I actually want to hear someone else rap. Like to me, it's like so I hear a little bit of rapping, but he does more singing to me. But then it's like he's in that middle ground. That's
the evolution of the game.
That's fine. That's fine. But it's like
that's his lane.
That's fine. Yeah, it's like,
and that's cool. My homeboy, he's a rap. He's an artist too. He likes him. He talks about him as well. He likes him. He also likes Lil Durk. He likes him too. He made me listen to Boosie the other day. I don't listen to Boosie. He's like, oh, you need to listen to Boosie. Look, my daughter listens to Boosie. I can't get past his voice. He might be saying the dopest shit ever. I just can't get past his voice. But, that when these artists create their lanes and they have their following, good for them. I'm happy. I'm happy for them because they're doing what they wanted to do in this lifetime. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not for, like you said, it's not for me. That's cool. That's for you. That's for you. It's just not for me. So when I have people try to shove shit down my throat, sorry, I don't do that. I'm not shoving what I like down your throat. Like I said, I like Kevin Gates. I listen to Kevin Gates.
I love Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates gets me through life some days. When I post up, one of my favorite songs is called "Told Me," and the hook is talking about basically suicide. And I posted up the hook one day, and I had motherfuckers on there talking like, "Oh, Lisa, this is not worth it." I'm like, "What the fuck? It's a Kevin Gates song. Grow the hell up."
See, but did you put that little dash and put Kevin Gates, or you just put the lyric?
No, I just put the
See,
lyrics.
that's what's misleading. A lot of people, because it's like on Facebook, you know, I don't see a lot of suicide stuff from females. Well, maybe that's just my type of friend. But you know, sometimes a girl might put up a lyric that's some freaky shit. And a guy be like, yo, what's good? And then they be like, don't you have a nigga? And then they be like, that's a lyric. I'm only saying a lyric. When in reality, like, nigga, you know this.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, you know. Because back in the day, we used to quote and put the person's name on it. Now niggas just steal quotes and don't say it. Now, I'm not saying that you do that. But it's like, a lot of people be like, they be saying stuff off of memes and just put it as a status and try to be funny when they don't realize we all seen it 3 times before you got to it.
They got on my homeboy about doing that shit one day. It was funny as hell.
Shout out, Bishop. That's my fam. He's an artist out there too, man. Transcendent coming, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the exact date, so I ain't gonna mess it up for him. But he be doing that shit all the time. I roasted his ass.
I think he dropped it tonight.
He dropped. Oh yeah, he got. Matter of fact, he
dropped something like I got tagged on the way up here.
Oh, he dropped.
But I just want to go on record as saying you ain't shit for what you're about to say.
Okay, he does that shit. He do that shit all the time, and I call him on that shit all the time. He be blocking me from comments because I be going right in. Lies. No originality. You stole it. Put the source, all that resource number or the reference number, all that shit. Check this joint. Here's where it's at.
Man, here's the receipts.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, damn, didn't I? And screenshot and shit and then post it in the comments.
Oh yeah, be doing it. You crop a pick ass nigga.
Yo, that's the thing. It's like the internet brought up like. I've been more into it, like, as I learned about it, it's like something called like instant gratification.
Exactly.
So like with that, everybody wants to be seen and or heard, even if you're not in the lane to be seen and or heard. Like let's put a good example. Now my brand is Gaming Out of Gangster, you know, my logo and everything, right? So, but I am from the street. I have seen it. I have, you know, some situations and dealt with it. So the saying of real niggas move in silence meant something.
Right.
Nowadays, oh shit.
Right.
I
don't think it's going to fully come off, but it might. I don't know.
Hold it real quick. But the thing about it is, like, now every single day, like on TMZ, on the media, you see gangsters, you see people that doing their shit on the low. They snitch on them. Yeah, hey, that ain't my business. But they snitching on themselves, especially on Instagram. Like, for instance, let's say we was talking about 6ix9ine and how he got beat up at LAX, right? The whole fact of that matter is that he was telling, I ain't checking in with no one. I'm just gonna go to LA.
Ain't nobody
posting where he was at. So if someone really wanted to do something, they could pull up. But then he's like, oh, you have your entourage. And it's like, yes, it's that situation of instant gratification, because as long as you do some stupid shit, people are looking at you, and then you can just put in your music real quick, and then bang, they find you.
But it's deeper than music, because it's just it's anybody nowadays.
Fucked up by 2 guys from Houston.
Yeah,
all 4 of them got messed up.
But see, that just goes. See, and like everybody. For me, that goes back to
you saw them. No one in that. I'm sorry, but no one in that fight knew how to fight. It was there wasn't a straight punch for nothing. You see the wide swinging like
you saw the way 6ix9ine swung.
Yeah,
he was like this.
Yo, time out. I'm mad that you guys are sitting here talking about this rainbow as where this rainbow color nigga throwing a straight punch. What kind of contradicting ass shit is that? Oxymoron ass shit is that? You wanted to throw a straight punch when he got rainbows in his head.
No, I'm just
saying.
Come on, my guy. It's like I just said. Like, I don't expect that nigga would not be alive. I would not expect someone with rainbow hair to throw a straight punch, but the entourage that be looking normal as shit.
So what you thought? What? There's plenty of niggas that would be low key.
They could be.
Well, listen.
He's just a fruity pebble as much as the rest of them.
Look, I want to. Bam and Pebble.
He has pictures on the internet where his man talking about, "Fuck out of here,
that's weird.
He's all throwing stop punches."
I want to be totally honest about what I feel is going on, because he was known as a troll before his music took off.
Right.
I watched this stuff, And I really think a good percentage of it, I don't want to put an exact number on it, I think a good percentage of it is staged.
Right.
And I had said it when that fight got posted, I said I really, really hope that was a staged fight and it was bad acting. I've seen kids who had no fighting background at all, you know, shoot the 5 better than that.
Right.
Like
right.
It just didn't look. I don't know. I was not convinced that it was.
But guess what? Look what's happening. But look what's happening.
Talking about him.
Right.
Exactly.
But
it's all for
he's
clout.
on TMZ.
It's all for clout.
He's on GSS.
And that's why, you know, he's like, you know, nobody's going to touch me, nobody's going to do this, nobody's going to
Right.
I have a good one for that. You're fucking local. This music game isn't about harboring your feelings, and that's the problem with a lot of these rappers. Let me say this: these rappers be emotional and shit. Like deadass. I got a whole Cancer fucking wifey, bro, and you know Cancer's a fucking emotional, bro. I'm gonna be more hard chested than a lot of these rappers. I hear crying about the next nigga. I know a rapper out here crying to the next rapper about how my Fendi come in. Like, why you washing my wardrobe, bro? Off my nuts, bro. You're watching off my nuts, bro.
No,
I
think that's definitely true because it's like
those are reserved for my girl and her sensitivity.
Because like back in EBE, like not knocking anyone in EBE, it's just that majority wise, like I say, I'm a nerdcore rapper, so people will look at me like, oh, he's really different, and then some people like that, but for like some people that are the majority that are into that local scene, you know,
then you're
a lot of all the local rappers do, yo man, you know, gang, da-da-da, and other shit like that. So it's like,
are you respected in the region? Not you, but like, are you respected in the region? Can you leave here and go to Link and get love? I'm not saying 50,000 screaming your name strong, but there's not 50,000 in Link. You know what I'm saying? From where I'm from PA, so Reading's like right next door to Lebanon and Lancaster and all that extra. Can you go somewhere else? Can you leave and go to Philly and get love in Philly?
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's 10 people. Those 10 people matter.
Well, look,
can you get love there?
That's a very good point.
Can you love there? Most of them can't because they've never left their fucking complacent ass city.
That's what I thought was the genius of that meme page, because it let these rappers know that their yes men's opinions were just that.
Yup.
Well, see,
they got put on a broader local stage.
See, and
got shown that homie, like not everybody's feeling you. You're not that hot.
I've had artists come up to me over the years. I've had artists come up to me, and I had one I talk about all the time. He apologized later on, but he walked up to me. We was at a show at Sonar, and he was like, "Yo, how come you ain't got no pictures of me?" And I was like,
"Who are you?"
I looked at him. He said, "Don't you know?
You don't got no alibi. You ugly."
He was like, "Don't you know who I am?" I said,
"No."
"Do you know who I am?" "Yeah, you the Baltimore Paparazzi." I was like, "See, that's the problem. You know me, but I have no clue who the fuck you are."
Step here.
I've had artists tell me everybody knows who I am. I said, "Excuse me, I don't know who you are. So not everybody knows who you are. The people who you are around know who you are. Your neighborhood knows who you are. But you cannot sit here and say everybody knows who you are." I went to shows where I knew absolutely positively nobody. Like it was like one day everybody was a rapper. And I would go to shows.
Everybody woke up and rap his life. Right. But here's the thing where people need to look at it. Here's another cloth way to look at it. People always want to worry about getting their followers up, right? But you come off with this arrogance. Everybody know me. Now, locally, a lot of people know me. But I look for the motherfuckers that like, you know what I mean? You come around and you're like, oh, I'm this person. Well, I never heard of you before. Cool. Now we're back in the chase. Now we're back in the chase. We're back in the chase with it. Now I can introduce you, show you my shit. You know what I'm saying? we can add that to the list instead of just being like, oh yeah, I know you from so and so and so from. Well, that kind of takes the fucking fun out of it now, doesn't it?
I have on my Baltimore
everywhere has that though.
On my Baltimore Paparazzi page.
Only canon I know is camera.
Yeah, but that same motherfucker's in my inbox asking me his opinion. Now my opinion matters. Kids' lives matter. Kids' lives matter.
I had to do it.
But I had on my Baltimore Paparazzi Facebook page, right, my inbox, I had somebody hit me, and it was, go download this, go look at this YouTube video, blah 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 blah. So guess what? I didn't say nothing. I just left it alone. A few months later, same thing. So finally I hit her back and was like, hi, can I ask what made you hit me up? It's called promotion. I thought that was,
it's called spam.
Whoa, slow your roll. I was like, that's not how you do it. How you do it was you came in there, hi, my name is such and such, blah, blah, blah. I'm from such and such, blah. This is my mixtape. This is my whatever. This is whatever. I said, you came at me. She said, well, you didn't introduce yourself. I said, I didn't hit you. You hit me. I said, you hit my page.
That's like someone calling you and saying, yo, who this?
Right. Did you call me?
Hold on, time. You know what that is? You know what that is? This is this. Good. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, man? What's going on? Your phone ring. Hold on, yo, hello? Wait, this 1-800 number is calling me. Hello? Hi, we're trying to sell you health insurance on your new... I'm not. You're spamming me, bro.
That goes back
You're spamming me, bro.
It goes back to the instant gratification thing.
Right.
People trying to fuck without no foreplay.
Look, that's like when it goes with the media now too. People,
yeah. If you can email it, because it came in as a file and not as an MP3. I don't know why. Sometimes it does.
This generation self-esteem
it was just
is crazy.
File. It wasn't an MP3. If I was at home, if I had did it at home, I don't know. I don't know. Like if
I'll convert them and resend them.
Yeah, because I was like, by the time I had to take my daughter to work early and then get here. She doesn't get off till like 12. I ain't had no sleep all week because every time I go to sleep, it's time to get up or I'm awake. And I gotta run. I've been running, taking everybody everywhere because
Zavala's bone-legged.
Yo, you gonna see LA like motherfucker.
He's not even here for that one.
But if somebody's gonna tell him you said it.
Oh, and that's the thing.
You know, like for me, like when you doing promotions, when like I said, and I guess because I am from the old school and like stuff is so much different. Like I'm from back when MySpace was popping. And there was only 4 songs you could put on your player. And then when you wanted to change your songs, you had to decide which song was going to come off.
I had MySpace.
You can still have the MySpace. It's geared towards music.
No, it's not the same. Like when that
it's not the same, but
I got 2 of my pages.
I still got
for real, MySpace brought in that wave of people learning how to do coding.
Right.
And stuff like that. Because if you knew how to make your page pop like that, you already kind of had the entry level. And then,
I met so many artists off that page.
I still believe that as of today, that MySpace was a better platform.
I think so too.
Than Facebook has become.
Facebook. Well, since Facebook has changed it, because now you have to go up and you have to go up and you have to hit most recent, or else you're seeing shit from 3-4 days ago.
Yes.
Just like Instagram has done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which sucks because you're not seeing anything.
Hey, what's going on? What's up?
So it's not these two platforms are not good for actual promotion unless you're going to be on there and constantly putting the same shit up, especially on Instagram.
Just sponsor it goes places.
Well, yeah, sponsors is different. Sponsoring is different.
Sponsoring helps a little bit, really, for your like for me if I'm working.
Who are you looking for? Huh? Oh, you talking about 3D?
Yeah.
Go straight through the doors.
Like when I'm at my day job, sponsoring is good for that because it keeps things circulating during that time period.
Right.
Even with the sponsorships, Facebook has done. Yeah, they're changing algorithms.
Right, and it's like I think somebody needs to come up. Either people need to go back to the MySpace for music as far as music, because even with like you have an artist page on Facebook, it's still the same thing where you could be posting stuff up, but I'm not seeing it because why? Because I got 1,800 fucking friends who are putting up pictures of their dogs, their cat. I mean, I put up pictures of my cats too.
I'm at like 49.50. I'm like, God damn it.
No, it's like
about a bunch of people I don't even freaking know. They're adding me, so I'll add them back because it makes me look good for my own. My own market. You know
that's like me. I will go through I deleted like 200 people, and then my numbers started getting back up, and I'm like, I don't even engage with these people. Why are they following me? Why are you following?
That's cool with me because it'd be like a lot of.
But see, I'm not an artist or anything.
No.
They want to follow me because of my pictures, but they won't go and like my Baltimore Paparazzi page, or they won't go to my website.
No, see, that's the thing. It's like the situation, and it depends on what you do with your Facebook. For like, let's say for instance, now with a Facebook page, like my page finally hit like 500 likes. That's pretty much like dope with me.
Right.
But it's like that's not the main thing for me because with like obviously with the paparazzi page, you know, that's probably it's other than your website that you most likely would have. That goes with it. For me, it's like, all right, I have my SoundCloud, I have my Bandcamp,
right.
I have a Spotify with some of my music that I can put up on there without any issues. I have a Reverb Nation, but I don't use it. Just being 100. But basically, my YouTube.
I'm gonna stop you right there because he wanted to know information about the Frozen Harbor. They go off of Reverb Nation.
Oh, really? I'd be assured. I would use that thing.
No, but yeah, it's like
because I asked him what the criteria was, and they said, and it has something to clue in with Reverb Nation.
Okay. So, but the goal,
all my social medias look.
Yeah, but the goal is that people on your Facebook, people on your Facebook that you have friends. It's a kind of a situation. It's like the reason of why they added you. So for me, I have that dilemma of I have a lot of people on my Facebook who added me because they knew me as, oh, that's Matt. Oh, that's Matt from high school. That's Matt from back in the day. Whatever, before I was rapping. And then there's a lot of other people who added me because like, yo, that's Maverick, yo. That's, let's do that rap. That got bars right there. That's Nyte, you know what I mean? Oh, he's a dude that rap. I had Mickey Fax on his joint. It's like stuff like that. So
yeah, because I'm cute.
And then after a while,
I'm putting his ass in timeout. It's coming.
Hey, he can market that though. It's like, yo,
this is weird culture of mine. You already know, man. Right here, bro. It's more than music. I'm a fucking public figure actor. I make you laugh, make dope music.
Yeah.
I know ya.
Me, I just rap. No, but it's just like...
He said me, I just
act. That's what it all, man.
I rap and go to Comic-Cons.
Nah. No, if he said that at a different con, though, he'd be looking funny. So he like Comic-Cons, like, nigga, this is BlurCon. What are you talking about? Like, nah, but it's like... But really, it's like... It's the interest of why someone's on your Facebook. And at the same time, like you delete 200 people. Me, it's like... Every once in a while, I'm like, yo, I don't talk to this girl, I don't talk to this person, I don't talk to this person. I don't even like this motherfucker here. He pissing me off. Why am I letting myself go through it? Delete.
As an artist, that's something, like I said, as an artist, you have a different, like
it's a different lane.
Right. Well, see, my Facebook page, like I have two separate Facebook pages. One's supposed to be for my friends and family because they don't know the ratchet side of me, and one is my ratchetness. Jason will tell you. I get ratchet on my page. I don't care because how I am on Facebook is how I am in person. There's no
change.
There's no. I don't
like the same shit every day.
So, but when it comes to my Baltimore Paparazzi Facebook page, that is where that's where videos go. That's where music goes. If I post it up, that's where all the pictures that I take. That's where they are. So when artists say, "Oh, Lisa, you didn't tag me," I'm not tagging you in shit. Go to that page and go look at. There it is. Because what I've started to do now is when I haven't been able to upload the Frozen Harbor pictures yet because I'm still waiting on them to send me the logo so I can watermark that on there as long with my watermarks. But what I'm doing is I'm taking the first people that I know. They're going in a separate folder. The people that I don't know are going to go in, together or whatever. Then there's going to be Saigon, and then there's going to be Dragon. So everybody's going to have their own situation.
Super comes on.
I know. Switch to combos. You Saigon, Dragon,
Ultra Instinct,
Ultra Lord, and Power Rangers. We're making a movie.
Look.
Did you see the Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, I did.
My grandson is all into Power Rangers now.
I'm just saying, go back to this so I can tell my mom over on TV I made it.
Which one? This one?
Mama, we made it. We're on TV.
One?
I see myself. I was cleaning up look at me. I look like Black History Month. I'm cleaning up this fucking table and stuff. Look at that. It's ridiculous, man.
Nah, but it's a situation. It's also let's go back to the local thing.
Right.
So for someone like me, it's crazy of how I deal with certain situations. A lot more people outside of my area knows me as Nightwing or Maverick and how my music goes.
Right.
Locally, it's only a sprinkle of people that like me because of my music. Because a lot of people have met me through different situations, through work, through when I went to college, through high school, stuff like that. Right. So some people can't even see me as a rapper. You know how many times I get told, like, oh, you rap? You don't look like a rapper. Right. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And it's like, I get it. And at this point, I don't even get mad because, you know, like, rappers are emotional. I have my emotions, but I let it out in the music. Right. But it's like, I let it out. The other rappers that be like, the super thugs that would be like, yo, I'll shoot you because you made a joke at me, son. Like, yo, why you this mad for?
You funny?
Because you think you're funny, son? It'd be funny if you get shot in the face. Nah,
it's on sight.
It's on sight. It's on sight, B. I don't see the punchline, bro. I don't. Nah.
You know what I love? I love when people say it's on sight, but when they see me, they act like the lights off.
Right.
Ooh, see, that's a bar.
Right.
Ooh,
That was a bar.
That was a bar.
I've watched.
Yo, follow me on Cannzie Facebook.
I have watched people on Facebook.
Gang War.
Two artists.
Gang War, right? I love it.
And they've gone back and forth. Oh yeah, when I see you, it's gonna be this. So they were going to a show. I wasn't able to go, but they were going to this event. So I asked everybody, I said, so what happened when they met up? Man, they just meme-mugged each other and then they dapped each other up. What the fuck? Like, you sitting on there talking about you was going to beat each other up, you was going to do this, that, and the third.
No, you know.
But you already, but like, it's not even that fucking serious most of the damn time.
It never is. And at the same time, it's like, all right.
There are over 50 plays on SoundCloud.
Facts. Oh my God, facts. All right, but let me go. Let me go into this situation, right? So let me go with the struggle, because not only do I have to struggle with being like the rapper that doesn't rap about gangster shit, but it's like when I'm like trying to do a show, like the first few years of me trying to do the Star City Showcase and find a location is really hard, because everyone around that area assumes that right when they hear hip hop, they get scared.
See, and
that's and they're like, oh, what, you rap? And I'm like, yo, wait. I make Sonic references, bro. You don't remember Sonic? 100 rings, you getting what? Come on, son. And then I gotta push that onto him.
Side references. Sidebar, side missions to outlet.
All right, yeah. I dropped the mixtape Thursday on the 22nd called Side Missions 2.
You need the collab button right now.
Yeah. I don't even know where that fucking is.
Nah, but yeah, so
I did it for
but all in all, it's like when I'm trying to do my like Star City Showcase, now I have locations I can go to easier. But that took like 4 years to do, because before it'd be like, yo man, yeah, we're down to doing the show. We're so down to doing the show. And then they hear like, wait, you're hip hop? I don't know if I can do that. And I'd be telling them like, well bro, we already have the flyer out, so it's too late. Too late to apologize, bro. Either you say no, we're gonna blame you, and your business gonna look bad about it. Ain't gonna be
right.
It's like that quickness. You know what I mean?
In the spotlight 127.
Yeah, because like with that, it's just like it depends on the area you in. It depends on the people around it. If they because like you have to tell somebody, yo, you should look for your local talent. It's also up to that local talent to put themselves out there. Now, like you said, you want like your one man's your ex. He should rap on an original beat so he can actually sell it. Nowadays it's even easier, because now you can just sell a single and keep it popping. You can still do a mixtape on the side. And since you on Bandcamp, you really want to do the real hustle. If you got a big enough following, you got a Bandcamp, people could just donate to you. And they can just count like, yo man, I'm just paying because of listen, I'm not paying for the music.
Right.
And they can't even get at you like that. But it's just like of how you move and what you do. So me, I can be here crying and saying, yo, we get 10 plays on SoundCloud, which is not the case. I get like 10 times as much. But in the situation of it, the reason why I did it is because I networked, I worked, I did everything that I could. Before I met Draven, before he even met me, the first time he met me, the first time Jason met me, I was at a show in Topton, PA, Toad Creek for him. It's just like, and I put in to go in there, and I came in perform. I did the best that I can. I was running all around that motherfucking bar.
Listen, I gotta say this. We sorry to cut you off.
Nah, that's cool.
That's the first time I got to meet him in person.
That's the second time I went though. The first time it was like.
He's a
I was a returning person.
He was one of the first.
That memory later now.
He was
flashback Fridays.
He was one of the first artists that I invited back.
I'm mad
because of his first.
Well, listen, I have to say this. Me and him had only spoken online because
DJ Guardian.
We were both.
Oh, what's good, DJ Guardian? Better timing, yo.
That's
right on time.
That's DJ for Jones.
Hey.
Yeah, like I had only really dealt with him online. We hadn't met in person yet.
Yeah.
But we were affiliated through Twin Flame Records because the CEO, Melinda Rodriguez, was managing him, and I was doing artist development. I went up, got to meet. We had a few words online. You know, I dug his stuff, but I never listened to a whole body of his work.
Right.
I just knew he was dope. I knew he was dope. I don't even though when I do promotion for him, I do focus on the nerdcore community somewhat, or primarily. I don't see him as a nerdcore rapper. Like, he's dope.
Right.
He's dope. Like, I dare anybody to come at him sideways because they think that he's part of a subgenre and they're going to get barred to death. And I say that as an MC, you know, like his body of work speaks for itself. Like there's so many layers to it. In the newest tape, you know, I'm not even going to plug it again. Not yet. the newest tape is out now.
Nightwing.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me and him had spoke, and I got to see him perform for the first time. And once I seen him perform, I was like, yeah.
See, and that goes back to, like I said, watching somebody perform.
It definitely. I was like
right.
Because again, he doesn't need my help on artist development. He's already where he needs to be. So we just really had a conversation. Okay, we part of the same camp. We finally got to meet. What's up? Like, it was one of those things.
That's really the first time you two met?
Yep.
Yeah.
I should get paid for that.
Word?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Zabili?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Zabili, talk that bag,
The
baby.
shirts.
Secure the bag.
The goddamn shirts. Keep it a stack.
Secure
Everyone
the
that
bag.
goddamn bar.
Let me tell you, listen.
Yeah.
The then Maverick showed up with a whole case of his shirts.
That shit got empty.
And I mean like quality print
That shit
shirts.
got empty, yo.
And he just passed them out. He passed them out.
Yeah.
He didn't ask anybody for a penny.
Yo, everybody got them.
He passed them out, and that is dope. That is dope because more artists need to focus on merch.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you one good reason why. I get T-shirts from. Sometimes I get T-shirts from artists. They'll just give it to me. I mean, I'm also about support, but guess what? I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I don't have no job. I'm broke. I got bills. I got kids. I got grandchildren.
Yeah, they be trying to sell you stuff at the wrong time.
And I'm just like, anytime's the wrong time. But guess what happens? But guess what happens when I wear your shirt and I'm out and I go out in public and I'm walking around? I have a
With all that blue, you gotta depend where you're wearing it at.
right, and I don't. I don't wear blue anyway, but my son does. I'm strictly red. But anyway.
I'm not even gonna play that in Baltimore. I'm not playing any games.
But it's a I Am Baltimore hip hop shirt. And Frank Lewis, who is a part of One Coast Entertainment, who does the Frozen Harbor music festival, he came up years ago with this I Am Baltimore hip hop. I'm wearing the I Am Baltimore hip hop, and every time I wear this shirt out in public, guess what? Yo, that's a dope shirt. Where can I get it from?
Exactly.
It's advertising.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why I say, like, with you giving people the shirt, whenever they wear that shirt, people are going to be looking at it. Even if they don't say anything right then and there, if they see other people wearing the shirt, they'll be like, yo, what's that? It'll question.
The shit that I did the same night was I made sure I took pictures of everyone who had the shirt. Right. Because they took the shirt and they wore it. There were people trading it like it was Pokemon cards. Like that ass. They were like, yo, you have any more of the black large? No, I ran out of that, son. And they're like, yo, I got to trade you, son. I'm just over here like,
wow.
You want to talk about instant gratification?
You know what I mean? It was trading.
Like it definitely made a difference. And I want to give any artists out there listening a jewel. If you're trying to be in the music business on whatever level it is, you have to move merch.
Right.
If you can move merch, you are now a business. Because people don't buy music as much anymore.
Right.
So you know, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to get y'all too much because, you know, Twin Flame Records does do consultation. You know?
I can't just consultation.
If you want any more jewels,
it's like
you're gonna have to reach out.
And you know, and that's like, as the evolution of the music business has come along. And like I said, I've been there watching, like, before you could put a video on YouTube because it took too fucking long because the file was too big and you had to figure out how to get it on there, or and
once it got up it looked like shit.
Right. Because you had to condense it and do all this and it just looked so from watching that evolution to where it is now, to where it's, you know, before you needed a record label to be able to get distribution. You know, then here comes CD Baby come along and be like, hey, we'll do your distribution for you. Everybody was jumping on CD Baby, and then all of a sudden now you can get your own distribution. You can do, you know, do everything independent. Tech Nine is the king of that.
Hell yeah.
He's the king of that.
Tech. Love Tech.
And you know,
Tech Nine?
I got to see him when he came here. We actually have an artist.
This best show I ever seen in my life.
He puts on the craziest shows
in my life.
He performed for over 2 hours and did like 4 wardrobe changes. In my life.
Listen, all right, now you're a Tech Nine fan. You're familiar with the song Areola? Or the 816 Boys Aside? That was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah. When he came to perform in Reading, they did this show. The song's called Areola, right? Oh. And
he still talks about that song.
They came out. It was the encore. They came back out. Before he started the song, all the ladies put your titties out.
Oh yeah, he did it. He did it here in Baltimore. Girls sitting up and being,
they fucking did it.
Yo, he did it at the silo in Reading.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Listen,
hey yo, pull the titty out.
Yeah, I'm glad I came.
He was like everybody went out. Like
the illest shit is one of the few chicks that didn't whip hers out. Her man did. He was standing behind her. Pulled her shirt out behind her. I was yeah. Listen. Crazy shit. Now, Slaughterhouse was there too.
Oh.
They gave a dope show. Came down with the crowd drunk and stuff. You know, I got a few pictures.
Yeah.
But I had never seen a hip hop show that choreographed.
Right.
And that on point. And he sounds exactly like he does on the fucking albums. Without no fucking overdub. I mean, you know, probably like the choruses and shit. But like...
and spits fast as shit.
Exactly. Like if you're an artist trying to get your show up, study Tech Nine tapes. I still do, and I always will.
I said that I would love to sit down with him and Travis, and actually I want to just sit down with Travis. I would love to sit and just intern with at Strange Music, because like they have the formula, and they just put a pop. It was a what you call it? They got Strange Music, then they got Strange Music, like some kind of another little form of. I can't remember. I told you I'm sleepy. But anyway, it's the pop side of it. Because now they've got bands too. And like, because people were bitching about it, saying that Strange Music was selling out to the popular music because they had these rock bands, not realizing that Tech started out with rock music.
Like if you follow them, you will realize that they've incorporated everything. Everything except maybe country.
Oh, I'm waiting for that to happen.
Listen, it's in there.
Right.
I mean, Chris Calico is like an amazing artist.
Yeah.
Waiting for Sally to come home.
Like Saturday, and the bars come in. Like
I'm sure somewhere within one of the albums, one of the umpteen albums that they have, there's probably at least a skit.
Wait, doesn't he have
that has at least some country undertone?
Doesn't he have a song, "Achy Breaky Heart"? It's rap, but it's like it even has Billy Ray Cyrus in the music video.
Whoa!
I don't know. I have to look.
That I'm not familiar with.
But we have an artist. We have an artist. His name is Stars, and Stars.
Word.
And he did a 70 city tour with Tech. He got on there. Tech's neighbor called Tech up and was like, yo, I got this dude from Baltimore, you know, I think he'd be dope. And he was like, well, if you're going to back him, he can get on the tour. So the first 10 cities, like Tech really didn't have too much rap for him. But after that 10th show, he was like, yo, they're like best friends now. They're like brothers now. When Stars did my show, he was like, he pulled his phone out and he was like, yo, I was getting ready to call Tech for you, but I remember this is his anniversary and I don't want to. I was like, oh no, don't call him fuck up his anniversary. Tech called him over his birthday. They FaceTimed for his birthday, for Stars' birthday. Like, so, and when Tech was here, he brought Stars out. And what was funny was Stars was getting, like, he showed one of his fans out in, like, I think it was Colorado. She got Stars' logo tattooed on her. Oh. But when he come out, when they brought him out here in Baltimore, he was like, Baltimore's own Stars. And I'm like, yeah. And
just you.
Basically, it was on me and maybe a couple other people because, like, nobody knew who he was.
It's crazy that it's like that. Like,
right.
You'll never get love in your hometown.
Exactly.
Never.
And it's crazy. It took me moving to New Mexico to learn that. That same CD that I told you about earlier that I did not like, I went over there, they went bonkers for it.
See, and
I had never heard anything like it.
And you always get more love outside.
People don't know you. It's
right.
It's the same thing. It's like when in your home, people will hurt your feelings and try to get over on you and your family faster than somebody else will because they gotta come from
or because they know you, they want to try to give you advice or they act like it's advice, but it's like they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Yo man, it's like, why did you say this line? This kind of doesn't make sense. It's like, oh well, this is a metaphor. Da da da. It still doesn't make sense. Oh my bad, bro. You failed English last week. But you weren't
it goes back to I realized that like we were talking about locals and we were talking about Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. Now, just say it's a perfect thing example. Like I talk a lot of shit. It's clear. I'm the same way on the book, like I am, but like in person. Clearly, I could put up.
Really,
I
hadn't noticed.
Oh, that's cute. You put out a song, right? I could put his song up right now.
Right.
No sponsor, nothing. Probably get attention by like 7 likes, 8, 9 likes. That's honest, maybe. But now let me go ahead and say some funny shit about Zavala. Let me say some funny, slick shit.
No, I don't do that.
No, I'm saying.
But he's saying if he did.
Okay. Let me say some slick, funny shit.
And
that shit's lighting up. It's 300 freaking comments about some slick shit I said. I put some shit up on the other day, but name something only white people do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, only white people do. There's 400 comments all day. I didn't even keep up with all of it.
That was the most, dude.
It was the most entertaining thing that went on for about 12 hours.
But thank you.
But at the same time, I can put up music and it won't be like that.
But do you know what?
I was to go viral, right?
I'm gonna tell you what.
I came by to do a meeting with him. I was sitting outside in the car just scrolling through all the comments.
Let me tell you what one artist here, his name, I played that song, that whole lotta when 3D was in, I was like whole lotta gang shit. That song, that's my it's a group.
Gang, like
yeah, well, it's kind of like the beat is kind of like that, but it's an original beat. It's a group called TAGMG, and one of the guys that's a part of this group is like, I don't even know how many members it is. There's so fucking many of them, but one of the members that he's on the song, his name is Dro, and what he does is he puts funny shit up. Like he'll put something up funny or something controversial, and people will be on there on the post, and then he'll slide in the website. Oh, yeah. He'll slide in a song. He'll slide in the YouTube link. You know, he does that, but he does. That's it.
And it was mad. I was like, yo, now that I got your attention.
Right.
I was like, now I got your attention. That's exactly how y'all need studio time. I'm gonna do this right now. Plug in too. Hold on. This is a double plug in. I did it just like this.
Right.
Yo, y'all need studio time on the plug. I'm a mix down specialist. 20 an hour, 40 a mix. That's one of the best prices you probably gonna get in the tri-state for radio ready music. I am Cannzie, this world culture of mine. You already know. Get with me. See, but and just like that. After it was like 3 minutes.
Because I'll see some shit that he'll post up. And because his sister and I are we're like, she's one of my best friends, and we'll be on the phone. I'll be on Facebook. I'll be like, yo, I can't deal with your fucking brother. She'll be like, what the hell has he done now? And I'll tell her, and then like you'll go in the comments and be like, well, go and check out da 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 da. He was like, I do that shit on purpose. He'll be in the background on the phone talking about, I do that shit.
You gotta do it. People are so predictable in general.
Yeah, like it don't work.
In general, people are very, very predictable.
Put up something drama filled. Put
up something negative. That's the things that's the same thing that like shows do. Like it's the way to keep it's more than music now. You gotta have a whole image, a whole gimmick to go with you.
Shout out to the 6 1 problem.
Yeah, shout out to Choke, man.
That's
my guy too. Star Child's probably one of the most like back-bodied like artists. Like he's like in the development stage, but he support hard. I know what I noticed out here too. The young breed, like the Cachita Suaves, all them, they're not like our older generation. They're together. You understand? They're a unit. They don't really backbite each other. You know, it's like Murder Brothers. You never hear the Murder Brothers talk about Suave. That's love. They're like, yo, let's do the show together.
That's why they have.
I've been at their shows, dude. They're wall to wall. They're wall to wall.
That's why they've gotten what they've gotten in a shorter amount of time.
Exactly, because they got that unity.
In the older generation.
Our unit, please. You can't keep them in the same room together. You know what it was like doing that unity track for real?
I could believe it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I could believe it.
Yeah, I'm about to bring this nigga. No, son. Because I'm gay, but nobody really wants smoke.
But do you know what? What I find funny, and I've seen it happen so many times when people do tracks where there's 2 or 3 people or whatever on the track, is when they hear another person's verse and be like, oh shit. Now I gotta go back and I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta go rewrite.
I don't do that.
I think that's cheating sometimes. If you do that and you hear the verse and then you want to go back and write your verse, rewrite your verse, that's so cheating. But I mean, whatever, bro.
It's like I don't.
There's
I
no
don't do
fair. To me, I feel in this game, if you don't got that backbite and and I'm sorry to say it, but to be blunt, that snake mentality that you know how to play ball, where you know how to play ball with snakes, you're never gonna make it in this game.
Right.
I tell people that. That's why I was back to saying you're sensitive. You sensitive. You're not making it here. Because you can't make it on the local critics. Yo, these niggas up here up top, they're going to eat you the fuck up for a snack.
Right.
If you can't take criticism, if you don't know how to bite back, you don't know how to hold your own, you don't know how to, you know what I mean? You want to be all sensitive about everybody that says you whack or whatever it is, then, bro, you're not going to make it.
Real, like, I had a situation, I think it was like a year and a half ago. Now, of course, like, I've worked with artists that are... Like one artist I know named Shiki Tono. He's I'll just say he's a lowly artist. I'll just leave it at that. But basically, he's from like down south, Augustus, I think Georgia.
Augusta,
yeah. So like, I've worked with multiple artists. So one time, I don't know what triggered it. I just wanted to talk my shit real quick. Mm-hmm. And because I was at work, whatever, I just wanted to say some shit. Because on my fucking Facebook, I would see like someone say, yo, I'm the best and da-da-da. So I'm like, alright, you really the best? It's like, alright, it's easy to just drop a song on your SoundCloud and keep it moving, but like, oh, you doing shows out here? If you feeling that froggy like that, or you selling merch? It's like, and I tag my peoples that were local that I seen were doing moves and shit. I'm like, yo, tell me, like, ain't I right? Aren't you doing shows as you? Da-da-da-da. Somehow a local artist, though I was talking shit about him, because in the same day before, I guess he put a picture up where someone was saying he's the best. Now, meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, I'm at work. So at this point, I don't have my phone on me anymore. So when I come back on break at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking at my phone off the hook, and I'm like, yo. And I'm getting insulted, and they ain't insulting me on bars. They insulting me on like how fat I am. Like, yo, you fat boy, why don't you tag me, da-da-da. And I'm like, nigga, if you feel that way, you can go track for track then. Because me, it's like, from Brooklyn, you rapping? Right. You a rapper? You got a problem? Say it on track. Get it on wax. And then it's like, he was saying his back and forth, and we resolved it like the next 2 days, I guess, because he called a homie of mine, and I was next to him when he was talking.
Why in the hell do they do that? Why do niggas do that nowadays? Why do niggas do that? They don't call you no more. They call the next nigga. They call the next nigga for you.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Let me explain.
So what happened was in the situation. Let me explain. So what happened was like right when I said, yo, you can see me on wax, he's like, oh, you ain't even on my tax bracket. So me is like, all right, cool. So I went right on this wall. It was like, yo, he's saying he didn't want to go bar for bar with me, but he talking all this shit saying I'm fat and whatever. Come at me on the track then.
That's some middle school shit.
No, and it's like because I got tight because I don't like getting someone talking shit about me when I can't even defend myself. I'm at work,
right?
And then you talking about tax bracket. All right, bro, do you even know how taxes work? But that's the whole thing.
It just sounded good,
but in the same situation. So after a while, I kept going on his wall like, yo, go track the track for me. So he blocked me, and I was like, all right, cool, because I'm annoying him. I guess so. Whatever. And then my boys started doing it while I was he was in a different spot. So at the time we all met up because he was talking to me about what's going on. And then ironically at that time he got called through Facebook.
Yeah, so you just happened to be right there.
Yeah, so I took the phone and I was like, yo, it's Mav. And then he was like, yo, why you acting like a bitch? And I'm like, yo, why are you mad? I'm like, if you got 1 million plays, don't worry about me.
But my,
you know what I mean?
but
Like,
you gonna recognize me after I bought my 1 million
but
views.
the whole beginning of it is this.
What? He bought them.
But the whole beginning.
Someone else said that he got tight, but it's like.
But you know, the whole beginning of it is this.
And I can talk about how his girl's tight.
If the shoe fit him, you know, like you weren't talking about him, but he felt as though the shoe fit him.
See, you know what? That's exactly what. That's exactly what one of my brothers told me.
It was a Nike slide. It was a Nike slide.
That's exactly
right.
what one of my brothers told me, because they were like, "Yo, the thing about it is, if someone tagged him or someone went and told him, that means they might think that the same way that you say it, because he's like, it's like I told him, like, yo, if I had a problem with you, your name would have been put up. Your name would have been on the track."
That's because I'm sure in his mind that he probably is that type of person to put a general, because there's somebody here that used to be in the Baltimore scene. He's really not in there anyway. But what he used to do is he would write statuses about somebody, and then when the somebody got on there and was like, "Yo, you talking about me?" No, I'm not.
No,
he'd be like, "Yo, motherfuckers wearing blue shirts, blah 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 blah." And Jason's like, "I'm wearing a blue shirt, but no, I wasn't talking about you.
Not you, bro.
But you were."
This other guy.
This other guy.
You know the cop out. Here's the cop out word. Here's the cop out word that everybody uses. No, not you, bro. Bro. Yo, my man's my bro. That's the cop out. No, we cool. First of all, you're not my bro. Yeah, I wrote something down. Listen, I told the nigga, watch him calls you bro. I was like, because when they're able, that nigga will be king. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Watch him call you bro, because when they're able, bro, and they king. I don't know. Like, yo, bro.
I think
that's your fucking bro.
That whole right there might have just went over somebody's head. Not dealing with that bro.
But you heard it. You heard it.
I'm flipping that up.
You won. But you know, and it's like I said, and it's this like I don't. When you were talking about dude, when he wasn't coming at you on the music thing, he wanted to come at you as on a physical thing, as your physical. That's some middle school, elementary school, middle school shit.
And it's like I understood why he did that, because it's like I guess it's like that's how he grew up. But it's like I talked him down. You know, me and him, we resolved in whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he does what he does, I do what I do, and that's what it is. So I told him, I was just like, yo, you're gonna if you are gonna continue to be an artist, you're gonna get a lot more of this shit.
Tell him don't ever fucking
don't pick a fight.
Tell him don't fucking ever put nothing on motherfucking World Star, because he will get his feelings hurt. Those are the worst motherfucking people in the world.
Man, I'm in independent dope.
That's what I thought you were going to bring up.
Yeah, no, it's like I had a nigga from UK telling me what hip hop is.
They drug him over the coals.
Let me say, I'm in a video. There was a female artist that I used to be friends with, and my neighborhood where I used to live at, she got permission from the drug dealer to be able to basically perform, you know, to film the video there in our neighborhood.
Well, she checked in.
You know, yeah, well, yeah. So like they got me in the video, right? So they put the video on World Star, this, that, and the third. You know, it's getting all these views and everybody and all this, that, da. And a lot of people was like, "Yo, she got her mother in the video."
Oh, sure.
I couldn't. You know, if you got a thin skin, being an artist, then you don't have no business doing it, because motherfuckers will trash you. Like, all you can really do is like laugh at this shit, you know, because if you're gonna sit there and read them, because like I said, I have friends that put their shit on World Star and they get my friend, they go right for the elementary, middle school. Oh, so and so fat, this, that, and that. Not even talking about his.
Like, what? See me on site. I ain't gonna prove you wrong. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you.
Not even talking about the lyrics or anything like that.
That was the shit on his. He dropped Shoma, which you got to file. That's from the last project.
Actually, that's the one that actually came. The other one's still coming through as the file, but I got that one. That one's on here, so I got that one.
Even in the new email, it's still file.
I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. I'm gonna look at it from my laptop at home. It just keeps coming through as a file. I don't know.
Alright,
but yeah, like there was a lot of hate on that because people didn't understand.
It wasn't really hate.
It wasn't even hate. It was how it just wasn't
one guy.
It just wasn't for them.
Right, and see,
but this one guy from the UK was like he was going on writing all these paragraphs, and then everybody who said something positive,
he
went on their comments. And said, "Oh, is that your mate?" I got the accent. Oh, that's your mate. You
have to say that.
And then finally, I said to him, I said, listen. Even the people who didn't like the song, even the people that didn't like the song said their piece and kept it moving, but he kept going in. I was like, yo, I said, get off Mav's dick. I told him, I said, get off his dick. I said,
it's like now you can tell he was serious.
I said he was serious. I said, because right now he should be paying you for promotion. Because you promoting it, like listen, them views kept popping.
And that's why.
Anytime he said something, the views kept popping. They kept
popping. The thing about it is I already kind of by the time that Draven saw everything, I went back and forth. But I was going back and forth because it's like, one, I was bored. Right. But then it's like, he said something that did trigger me, but it's like, it's not like, oh, I was offended. It was more like, he's like, oh, this isn't hip hop. And I'm like, bro. Because me, I'm just like, all right, let me, because he's saying, I'm like, yo, he's like, I forgot the reference I said. It's something about a doctor. But it was just like, it was in the sense of like, I'm like, my go-to, you know how like a thug rapper or a big dude, he'd be like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. Me, it'll be like, if I get to that moment, it'll be like, well, you can't outbar me. Right. You can't do what I do. And then, and it's like, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. Right. So it's like, I'm confident in my ability and my music. That's the reason why I'm here. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, a lot of people like to be able to talk online because of instant gratification. Everyone likes to have a voice. Everyone likes to have an opinion. And everyone likes to tell people what they don't know. Because like this, I've done some engineering. I know I ain't nowhere near him. But if he's in the same studio, I'm not going to dare tell him what to do with his job. Because that's his job. Right. That's what he does. But a lot of people on the internet feel like they have the opportunity and the education because they read one Facebook post that they know how to tell somebody how to rap, how to engineer, how to mix. You know how many people be coming up saying, yo, I don't want to listen to someone's rap if it ain't mix and mastered. You don't even know how it sounds to be mix and mastered. Right. You've been listening to unmixed shit your whole life. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, you got it from the album? iTunes automatically mastered it. They automatically do it when you put it up sometimes. No. Right?
Not mastering.
And it's not even that.
Mastering is normalization.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I just said that. Normalization. I didn't know that.
Is that sound goodizer, bro? The fuck is that, bro?
But listen,
it just makes it loud and distorted.
Now, since you have the song Shoma, the dope backstory on that is that it's about his favorite character from the video game Rival Schools. And if you're into video games, you know how popular this video game was.
Back in the 90s.
And what was it, 97?
Like 97, 98.
97.
It was in the golden era of fighting games. Like Marvel's Capcom 2 was out. Capcom vs. SNK. Yeah, I know. It's like this.
My kids might know.
But it's like around the era of like from 97 to 2002, 2003.
Exoskeleton and you would probably get along really well.
But it's like all these.
What's dope about it?
It came out.
It's a classic video game that people love. That may have just gotten forgotten.
On the Sega Dreamcast.
When we were running through his promotional campaign, people, especially Instagram, were like, "Oh my God, I remember that game." Is that the? But this is the dopest thing on Twitter. The guy who created the video game.
Wow.
See the promotion and followed me right away. Now it didn't get us anything but a screenshot.
Right.
But it got us a screenshot.
Right. Just like when Mackenzie Nicole liked my comment when she got into when her father when Travis or Gwen put up that she'd been in a car accident. I was like, well, I'm glad she's okay, and she liked my comment. Just
Mackenzie
like when
is dope. I remember her first vocals. So where she got to now.
Right.
She was already good.
And when Gary Owen, the comedian, commented on my Facebook page when I was talking about his stand up that I love. Yeah, that was one of those moments where it's like, oh my God. When Dragon's following me now, you know, even though people are like, oh, Dragon.
No, Dragon. I think Dragon just dropped the video. It's like I'm so happy he came back.
He dropped a mixtape.
I'm so happy he came back.
All his stuff, he's just been killing it.
Dragon is still
he killed his performance too. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this song, and then there's another song that one of the songs you sent me.
Alright, which one are you gonna play?
I don't know.
I think I can send another song.
Which one does it say?
Well, there's the Flames and there's the Shut Up and then there's Safe.
What was it again?
Shut Up.
Oh.
Jason, send me the email.
Alright,
so
you about to play this new track out, H Skyline, Echo, Jalil, Shut Up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I'm gonna play that and then your songs will come play after that. Because I
press
got
play for that.
Yes.
Shut up out now, ass for culture.
Wow.
Oh man, you had it, bro. What'd he say? Oh man, he's like, I've been really rocking my merch hard. I was gonna say,
No. Token, the rapper from
I said the
Massachusetts.
did this.
I'll show you that.
Time on my side. Oh, I'm about to show it. Get into the bag and you know I'm about to blow.
The more ready to drink the whole
If you ain't getting
gas
money,
station.
shut up.
Do what?
Drink the whole gas station. You recycle?
I'm just want to trash. I'm getting ready to go to bed as soon as he comes back.
You listen to Shut Up out right now on the YouTube page. Independent Dope, Jalil, Young H Skyline, Echo. You already know, man. Press play, catch a vibe. I ain't crazy, this is real culture. Of mine, that is. Why did I get the pink mic?
Just now, guys.
I didn't know that. They wanted to say the
No, I was telling you, like, you took the blue one. I was like, damn, so it was matching with me. So I was doing
I'm sorry, this shit don't good. This is too funny.
If I need to email, like, I can type it in right now.
In the spotlight.
Whoa.
If you ain't getting money, nigga, shut up. If you ain't getting money, nigga, shut up. If you ain't getting money, nigga, shut up. If you ain't getting money, nigga, shut up.
In the spotlight 127@gmail.com.
This shit monopoly. I'm on go, collect 200. That ain't smart talk. We on the red and railroad, baby. If you bored, what? I always say we gunning for what you walked on. I'm more hot. I don't start scrimmaging until the park dog. Silence on the weapons, so I'll make
Yeah, like 2 viewers in like 2 hours.
Get you a street nigga.
Yeah, like 2 viewers in that joint in like 2 hours.
I had more than 2 views. I had 118 people watching.
I travel with a shooter in the Uber. He'll shoot up your engine for the cold stuff. Making money, I've been making money. If you don't like it, come and take it from me. I cook cities. If it look pretty, I'ma swing by and I'ma make it ugly. Got a whole team and they breaking on me. When the girl comes, she be thinking on me. Rhyme sharp, now behind bars, but my line star like a shake on me. I've been good, I know I got it. You ain't even gotta test the project.
Why you all on my back, bro? Why you all on my back, bro? Like, what's up, bro? You trying to
Yo,
play?
the one who reminds me of
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's a play match. This is my time, man. You gonna chill, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is my time.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, did it stop? It should wait.
That's all. It just stopped.
It just stopped.
Oh,
Last play Shoma.
Okay.
This song is from the mafia.
Hey, that's how the dude drew it. That shit's still fire. That's the inside. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get another game for like, yeah, don't get tricked.
He had a second controller.
His college right though. His college right though. You got GSS dresses right now. Listen to that shit. Listen to that shit real quick. I'm promoting for you. I'm promoting for you right now. Look, you got shit that baby got right now. Alright, let's see it. Yo, I got his little tights to meet your girl tonight.
The 4-minute song is a bitch. Swear to God.
Show your GSS dress. That's the name for Uzi's birthday.
What? What?
That's the best joke when you make them stop. Like, wait, what?
the sex voting. It's not a bad idea.
I'm checking now. Because it showed me on here.
You can say I beat the story now. I'm the illest nerd in my own town. Did 3 shows within 3 months. But that's the way that it goes down. Alright, little homie, better slow down. I done told y'all be all rounds. If you wanna fight, then it's good night. Then I'm going to your mother's house.
Oh, well, damn.
Well, damn.
Well, damn, he said, I'm going to your mother's house.
No, the crazy part is someone's like, oh, you talking about killing someone's mom. I'm like, no, I meant fucking their mom. Bro.
Right.
I don't know where you get me killing someone's mom for, bro.
Right.
Call me.
There's like,
I'm a motherfucker.
My friend,
literally.
My friend Steve, his little catchphrase, where your mother at? Like,
Where's your mom's at?
He said, where's your mother at?
Shit, I love mothers. They can take it back. Nah, but
well, damn.
It's just that song. It's like the dude that made the beat. His name is Ichimoji. I believe he's out, not in Baltimore, but he's in the DMV area too. But it's like I heard the beat and then the hook just came to my head, and and the sample of the beat is from the game, and it's just like so. Shoma's just a character. He's like this black guy wearing baseball clothes and uses a bat to fight where he throws a baseball as a projectile. So when you're listening to the lyrics, I'm explaining.
Oh, damn, that sounds like The Warriors, the movie The Warriors.
Yeah.
Just saying, that might be like.
Yo, the music video is crazy, but to be real, a lot of motherfuckers said they were coming. And it didn't. That shit is annoying. They be like, "Yo, man, yeah, we're gonna meet up with you there." Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, as somebody, I don't shoot videos, but for my friend Steve, I always end up shooting a video. We went to Houston. I shot the video in Houston for the song called "I Don't Give a Fuck." And then we were shooting a video for their new single called "Bottles," and the guys are in tuxes. They're in white tuxes. And nobody came. Like, it was just like a few of us. So we got to try to
make that shit work.
Yeah, we got to go and try to record a scene at where they're all dressed up because the guys are in tuxes. So
here goes the hint for artists that want to pop in video shoot, especially if it's warm out. Throw a barbecue or something.
Right.
Invite everybody over for free food. I mean, you're paying anyway. Invest in yourself. Invest in studio time.
Definitely invest in studio time. I and Cannzie got the best sound around. 28 hour, 48 mix. He just set me up for that, Rob. Sorry. That's how you do it, artist. You see that? You take the plug, you get the plug.
Right.
That was even the look pass. That was a straight look.
Give me that.
Right.
Definitely.
Like I said, I don't shoot music videos now. 3D, he's supposed to be my boss, but I don't give him that respect. But he shoots music. He actually because when he came in here earlier, I was like, "Where the hell did you come from?" He's like, "You wasn't here when I got here." He's like, "I just came from music." He does that. He had me shoot some of his scenes for one of his videos because he's also an artist as well. He's got many hats. And I'm like, I don't like doing this shit. I don't know what I'm doing. He was like, do this and do that. Like, I feel awkward doing it. I take pictures. But
see, you still have that eye. You know what I mean? Like it feels awkward.
It's not bad, I'm sure.
But
I just took over 1,500 pictures at Frozen Harbor. So I take too many pictures because I'm afraid I'm gonna miss that shot, or it's gonna go out of focus, or the lighting because the lights change. It's a big stage, and
that's the beauty of digital photography.
Right.
You don't gotta worry about filming.
Oh, trust me.
He's both been around since use a drone in the picture. So I mean,
I was drawing on the caves.
Jesse, I got love for you.
I was drawing on the caves walls. Okay.
You was wearing around since Polaroid and all that though. Like when shit used to really be like.
Patty J, if you're listening, tell your son to calm his nerves.
Yelled at for doing that.
Love you, Pat.
But he knows my mom's name properly. You call her probably Patty Jason. He already know. You out here calling her Mrs. Cannon and shit. You fucking up the game.
You act like I know your mom.
I know her.
You always address somebody you don't know?
Best friends.
Yeah.
She's real good people.
I didn't know you and I addressed you.
Got me on that one. That's the first one tonight. I'm like,
Jason won.
I digress. You're the way. You tried to double team me. Back to gravy. You told me to call my nurse.
How much time do we have?
What?
I gotta go pick my daughter. I gotta pick my daughter up at 12 out at Rundle Mills, and so yeah.
Shout out to that nigga. You got a twerk fest. I'm just trying to see it.
Oh.
All right, so
It's 10 o'clock. It's at 9:54 right now. So
don't forget March Madness.
Definitely March Madness. Draven in the building, Cannzie in the building, all the local artists in the building. Over $900 in prizes. We out here. You know what I'm saying?
Slim
real
Flame
special.
Records in the building. Blazing Angels in the building. Freeze Leon sponsoring. Hustle Bunny sponsoring.
Yeah.
Also a judge.
Hey.
T-shirt sponsoring. Also a judge.
Hey.
Hollywood Tay.
Big name.
Artist extraordinaire judging.
Out there.
And listen, just so y'all local artists know, we are not biased at all.
Did you hate that though?
They think.
Listen, we're going to judge them, very,
like I don't know
very
you
harshly. If you ain't nice, you're not nice.
You're not nice.
And that's all to it. Shout out to Eric Johnson for putting it together.
EJ, my
do
man.
some positive things for the city.
Just call him Tom.
Cruise. Call him Tom Cruise. Salute to you, E.
You already know it's all love. It's gonna be something real special with them for artists. You know.
Sounds
Shout out to GSS.
I definitely got it. Frank Franchise, one of the GOAT, the greatest of all time out there. He makes beats and engineers. That's my idol and my mentor and friend. He's definitely got prizes on the table in regards to that. I do. Twin Flames, they also got prizes on the table in regards to that. We got some nice things going on, man. Money, studio time, photography, magazine.
Mentoring.
Oh my God. What do you mean? Why would you not want to get involved in that?
Right.
Cause you're stupid.
Right.
And
No,
you're being
because
judged by a panel of your peers.
I'm telling you why, because they've dealt with janky promoters and janky situations. So
listen, in the hottest bar spot in town, you're good.
DeCarlo's.
The money's there, the spot's there. All you gotta do is show up and sell a couple tickets.
All you gotta do is show up.
10 tickets? What do you say? 10 tickets for what? $10?
10 tickets. That's it. 10 tickets.
Come on, bro.
Listen, I'm not coming from the era I come from. I'm not a big fan of having to sell tickets to get on the show. If you also make me pay.
If you
ooh.
And I'll leave that right there. I'm not working. I'm not doing double work.
Try this. How you like this? Lisa, I got a show on Saturday, such and such a date. I'll be like, oh, okay. Come through if you can. Oh, all right. Tickets are $10. So you want me to come and bring my camera to take pictures, but you want me to pay to get in?
See, that's how you make it. You know what we did? Listen, for his showcase, we invited all any publications in the Lehigh Valley area and also Berks County, and we offered them
press passes.
We offered them press passes. It got you a raffle ticket for a $50 raffle,
$2 and 2 drinks,
cash, 2 drinks, and free entry.
See, and that's like there's certain people that will hit me up that way, and that's why me being media, me being press, whether I'm there as the Baltimore Paparazzi, whether I'm there as Hardbody Radio, it doesn't matter. You're still getting that exposure. So I'm going to be there with my camera anyway, because I don't go anywhere without my camera. I don't go to any shows without my camera unless it was the Tech 9 show, because I couldn't find the person that I needed to talk to get my camera in the building. So, that's the only time I've ever gone. If I can't take my camera, I'm not going. That's just my philosophy, except for this Kevin Gates thing out in Michigan. Out in Michigan, I can't take because it's a festival. But, so there's like certain people, promoters, if you want to call them that, people who throw shows, will hit me up and be like, yo, Lisa, come through. And I'm like, yeah, tickets are, I'm like, no. Because you want me to come and you want me to take pictures to make your show look awesome. Even when it's not.
Oh yeah, and let's be clear for you promoters, if that's what you can be called.
Right.
When you tell somebody that you have the headliner coming and it's going to be popping, first of all, your headliner never shows up on time. And never.
Or doesn't show up at all.
It doesn't show up
or
at
shows
all.
up and doesn't perform.
And you charge people for slots that you have paid the DJs to play in anyway. Stop playing, man. Like, listen, I don't knock the hustle, but stop lying to artists. Stop feeding off of starving artists. And
let me tell you an incident that happened here. So Dragon was supposed to be coming to do a show for this promoter that I know. He had people pay for slots to perform. Well, then somebody came down from, I think it was New York, to collab with the show or whatever. So they brought people to do the show as well. So one of the guys couldn't perform, and I was calming him down because I knew what was about to happen. Dragon, they said, oh, Dragon's not coming because of some unforeseen circumstances. So Cassidy was going to be there. Now, Cassidy did come down. He was in the parking lot. He never performed because the show ran so long. But needless to say, my friend, I tried to calm him down, and I looked him in his face because this was an establishment where we were just starting to do hip-hop shows in. And I looked at him, and I said, don't do this here. He was like, you know what, Lisa, you're right. I was like, just calm down. Well, big mouths, yo, man, blah, 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 psyching him up again. So this is like about 10, 15 minutes later, I'm standing there talking, and something was like, look over there. And I was like, I see people standing there holding him back from getting to the promoter. So I go over there and I get in his face like I'm his mama, like I do what he was. I pushed him out the way to get in Toc's face. And I said, what the fuck did I just say? He was like, you right. Calmed him down. It's another ruckus on Facebook. Because my brother, one of my brothers, put these, okay. Supposed to have Hot Boy Turk. I hit my man Steve up, who has a song with Hot Boy Turk. We're supposed to be shooting a video with Turk. He was like, yo, Turk, he sent him the flyer. He's, man, I don't know nothing about this shit. Ain't nobody talk to me.
See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. And that's exactly why I spoke on it generally, because it goes on everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. They did that right when
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But it goes on.
Personally, I don't give a fuck, and I go on record saying that I don't give a fuck. But you have some things coming up, don't do that.
Right.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
My thing is this. When it comes to being a promoter, if you're going to put yourself at that title of being a promoter, I never put myself at the title of being a promoter. Thank you for those words. If you're going to be a promoter, don't do bad business.
Exactly.
Don't even, like, if it's beyond your control, that's one thing. If something happens, it's beyond your control. But when you start having this issue happen, and then the same thing happens at another, you cannot do this. Stop raping these people so they can do one fucking song. It's supposed to be opening up for somebody, and they're not there.
Yeah, because you just eating off of someone who just doesn't know any better. And then at the same time they get and you also cause a situation that halts the culture. For like instance, you had to move that owner out the way. He probably felt some type of way. Now to do that stuff.
Nah, he was cool with me. Afterwards, I said, Tim, I'm sorry. Because once I found out who it was, I was like, yo, Tim, I'm sorry. Right, he was like, no, I understand completely.
You were also defusing the situation.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So like, let's say that. So if that happened up in the ABE, especially in Bethlehem, let alone if there was almost a scuffle, there ain't no other shows happening,
right?
Ever.
Luckily, this was a black man. And actually, the spot that we were holding at is actually a biker bar. So he understands. But my whole thing is that's the reason why we don't have a lot of venues as it is. Is like I said, I was at Soundstage one night. We had a hip hop show going on. They have an area for people to come outside to smoke in because you can't smoke inside. So where you can't even, like when you go in that area, you cannot leave. It's not like you can get out of it. It's like a corral. And they do that so people can come outside and smoke, so they're not smoking in the venue. I was outside, and 2 police officers walked up on the steps and asked the security, what kind of show is this? It was like, it's a hip-hop show. Well, everybody's got to go inside. They can't be out here. They got to go inside. Everybody in the crowd smoking. They got to go inside. Mind you, the next night, I drove past there. All the white people outside because it's a rock show. Police ain't telling everybody they got to get inside. When it comes to hip-hop, like I said, when they say hip-hop, automatically they get this negativity with it. And it's not even that. It's not even the case. Like, it's not. You have more issues and problems when you have these rave parties. Like they had one venue was having rave parties. They were selling drugs in there. That's what got them shut down. Not the hip hop part of it.
Word.
You know what I mean? So
like for instance, last in Bethlehem, they had this thing every single summer called Music Fest. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's known nationally. So all the Music Fest, about I guess 3 of them off top, had something with hip hop involved. Like I think one year they had Snoop Dogg out here. I didn't go. I ain't really care. But so last year.
You don't got no love for Snoop Dogg?
I got love for Snoop Dogg. I don't want to see him perform. I just like, rhythm and gangster. That's all. Leave it at that. But
that's right. That was your first.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So really, like my little brother, what's up, Silas? If you ever see this, he's got 11. I don't know if he's gonna see. But like he dances. He's with a dance group. He's really dope too. So he was a part of a local hip-hop show thing around Music Fest, which never really happened before. And Music Fest, let's say like Music Fest is like in this main area or Main Street. Mm-hmm. I live in Southside, which is across the bridge. In Southside is 3rd Street, 4th Street. The local hip-hop show was on a makeshift stage made out of pallets. It was pretty dope. It's like arts and crafts, A+. But it was a makeshift stage.
Right.
On the street, not in the middle, but like next to the sidewalk. There were no chairs, nothing for people to sit on. People were just sitting on the grass or on the sidewalk chilling. And we were on 3rd Street in Southside. We were across the bridge from the main area of Music Fest. Some people got to perform. Cops showed up, shut down. No one did anything wrong. Nothing happened. There were kids there. Cops were in there. Cops were out there with like their guns ready. Like, yo, you gotta leave. You gotta shut it down. And we're over here like, yo. I was tight. Because first off, I wanted to see my little brother perform, and I was happy for the local scene to actually get this look. Right. But then it just shut it down because it's hip-hop. And the situation about it is that, for one side, it's really annoying when whoever owns the properties around it, like blackballs anything that has to do with hip-hop. But at the same time, it's even more annoying when some people give it a reason to. Like you say, yo, do that somewhere else. If you a street dude, leave that shit in the street or do that in the area. You're not supposed to be getting caught doing anything anyway. Right. And then at the same time, you're messing it up for guys like me who might want to put something on for the person that don't get a chance. Because every single showcase, certain people put their mans in there. Like, yo, that's my boy. Oh, he in my studio with me, so he gonna be in this show. You know what I mean? Like for one instance, like 6-1 Only, they're a showcase that goes on. They bring people out. They bring Judah Priest, Wu-Tang Man.
Judah was actually supposed to be here, but he got the flu.
Today?
No, he was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here a few weeks back, and he got the flu.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Judah's a great guy.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you.
Shout out Judah.
He added me on Facebook under his real name. Yeah. Like he was really like, and like I said, I made the connection through a promoter.
He's and all of them. Gloria Talley, his management, wonderful lady.
Yeah, she's the one who was emailing me.
Wonderful lady.
She was emailing me. Like I said, like it's when it comes to this hip hop, like it's not just having to deal with like hip hop as far as dealing with like competition per se with other artists. You've got to deal with the whole stigma in the like within your your town, your city, or whatever, and that makes it even harder because all anybody wants to do is perform. They want to perform, get the music out there, and everything else, and then There's constant, like I said here, we used to have so many venues to perform at, and then slowly but surely they were just shutting them down.
Yeah, because people don't know how to act or get over themselves. They don't want to rap on track and just like if you got a diss track, just diss them. But don't take it that serious. It's just rap. Like it's just words.
But see, a lot of them, and a lot of the ones like 5 Seasons. That's where Jason, where I met Jason. He came through to do the show. Who was it? It was.
I brought Easy from Shillington and Thousand Floyd from Allentown.
Yeah.
You saw the new video he put out? I'm Not a Whore?
Yeah.
But he brought them down, and that was the first time that we met face to face. And 5 Seasons, to me, that was the mecca of hip hop for me here in Baltimore, because Solomon, who was the owner, he supported the local hip hop scene. Like Solomon, I want to do a show. Okay, he would tell you he was going to charge you an outrageous price, but if he was cool with him, you'd get it for a good deal. But what had happened was somebody threw a free event, a free hip hop show. Everybody got in for free. Dude just came home like probably about a week or so before. He was up on stage with his man and them or whatever. Somebody was in there that I guess he had beef with, words with, or whatever. There was like 10 people left in the building. It was like nobody else left. They were still performing or whatever. You know how it is. You got everybody else leaves. They ended up jumping him in the bathroom, like stomping on him, everything else. He went to the hospital and he died. Homicide came. They ended up taking Solomon to the liquor board, and the police came and lied and said that they always had to be there. There was always fight, and there was never any fights. There was hardly ever any fights there.
I was gonna say they weren't there that night.
Oh, nobody was gonna do no fights at my show. They knew better. They fucking knew better. No, that's another thing with being somebody who throws events. If you have the respect of people, they're going to act right. Because they don't want to have to deal. They don't have to deal with my mouth. They don't have to deal with me. Because I'm just as ignorant as they come. And I'm not gonna say I blackball people, but when you have a promoter of a show at Rams Head Live come to you and say what's wrong, and I tell them that somebody was starting a bunch of shit with me, and he looks at me and goes, "I ain't paid him yet. What you want me to do?"
Hey.
I'm just saying. And I told him, I was like. I was like, I'm not gonna fuck up nobody's business like that.
See, because that's the situation too. It's like when these guys get so angry at each other, they want to go fight and do all this other dumb shit. What you think? A guy like me, like I put money in to get this location, to get the DJ, to get the doorman, to get
right.
What you think I'm gonna act like?
Right.
I see my money just flushed down the toilet because you want to be emotional. Oh, now we really gonna have a fight.
Right.
So it's like you wanted one, you gonna
and
I gotta say, I got to witness.
He just cashed out.
I got to witness the last Star City showcase in person, and it was a very dope showcase. If you go on Nightwing/Maverick on his Facebook page
or YouTube, it's on YouTube as well.
You can cycle back and find a recap of it.
Just get the YouTube. That'll take too damn long. It's like we all had that issue where it's like, yo man, what's that funny ass post you did? Yesterday?
That's the reason why I broadcast my show on YouTube. That's the only thing that's on my YouTube channel is these interviews. So it's easier to find. I don't go Facebook Live because you
might not be able to find it.
Right. This way, you can just go to my YouTube channel. And you'll be able to find it. You can probably, most likely probably put it in search, and you can find this. That's why I do all now, because I've done that before. I'd be like, I'll go back to my Facebook trying to find something, and I'd be like, shit.
Yeah, that's an important thing. Like for artists, like when you're, especially even on the internet side, you got to remember to try to make it as easy as possible for the consumer to find your stuff. Like. Just because you have a YouTube, if your name is like mad convoluted and people can't find you, that's not their fault. That's your fault.
Lost in
you know what I mean? And,
right.
Because it's like, especially since everything else, technically you're in competition now in is getting so much easier to get. Some people do not give a damn about paying $10 to stream music. That means as soon as something drops, it's already there. All they gotta do is click one time. So if you, what's the person gonna do? Pay you $5 to click 5 different links to get to a song that you're supposed to listen to, and then download an app that you don't have, or you're gonna pay $10 to $20 just to do one click. It's about convenience,
right?
At the same time,
because you know, I swear, like everybody, because I'm guilty of it. This shit, this thing right here, this phone and this fucking computer has made me have ADD. I would be at home. My laptop is right here. My phone is in my hand, and the TV is on. The TV is on. Something's on TV. I'm on my phone. I'm either on IG or I may be on Facebook. Facebook is on my laptop at the same damn time. I don't understand that. And I'm playing the game. Like my attention is just like too far gone. And for me to like, people are like, "Oh, Lisa, did you see my video?" And I'll be like, I seen it. I scrolled past it. It was planned on going and watching it because like I don't listen to music at home because I don't have anything to listen to it on. I have no stereo. I haven't had a stereo in years. I don't have a radio. Don't have a CD player. Don't have nothing in my home. I listen to everything on this thing right here, this little Samsung, and I plug it into my car, and that's what I listen to music through. Right. And I don't even have a CD player. Somebody done took the CD player out before I got the car. But I listen to everything through this, you know. So all music is on my phone. All the artists that I deal with on my phone. People were sending me music, and I would download it on my phone when I had my other phone because it had a chip. This doesn't, you know. And just like you said, like now everybody is going to the streaming, the Spotify's, the titles, you know, because why? Because it's more convenient. They don't have to clutter up their phone with music on their phone, you know. So it's all about that convenience and about the easy way, the instant gratification, the microwave.
That's what
you know.
With the last Star City Showcase, the dope thing that we did was the event page. We actually turned the event page into its own little microcosm of a social media platform. Invited all of the artists that were involved, drop your content and keep it popping, keep it popping, keep it popping. When the recap got done, drop the recap in.
Right.
As the artists were performing, I was recording a minute of their performance, dropping it right in so the people who weren't there could watch, you know, in real time.
Right.
Ooh, you know what? Let me say this, and this might sound either petty or rude. All right, so Draven brought 2 publicists or whatever you might want to call it, or people that were supposed to be like going for their representative of their magazines, and basically they didn't even like barely charge their cameras. So by technicality, he caught more footage aside from Tim Foster, you know, We Live TV. What's up, Tim?
Yeah, professional videographer.
Yeah, I already had someone on my own to get the good recap, but it's like he caught more footage than 2 that he brought, and they had their free drinks and whatever. One of them only had one of the early artists performing. She didn't get everyone else. The other one still ain't get any pictures.
I learned my lesson a long time ago when because batteries do die.
Yeah.
I have 5 batteries for my camera, and I usually only go through one and maybe part of another one at any event. But guess what? I got those extra batteries.
Just in case.
See, and that goes back to what he was saying before when I first got here about drive and about there's all together. There's drive, there's preparedness, it's all that. No matter what lane that you're doing
it's professionalism.
It's professionalism, right. Especially for the fact that it's your brand. So if you're not doing things properly,
they don't look at it like that. They don't look at themselves as a brand. They look at
but they are because
they are. That's the reality of it. But people don't see the reality because they lack the intelligence, or you know what I mean, to be informed about the game. They just get in, see a mic, hear a beat, and just want to rap. I think that all that jewels and all that shit is just gonna pop overnight. That ain't the music game, my homie. And the people that's still thriving in music after the fact, it's because they invested in other things to drive the consistency to keep going. It's a hustle. You are a walking hustler.
When I first came in this scene, and I told people you need to market and advertise yourself. You need to do things to get your name out there. And one of the guys was like, I was talking to him on the phone, and he was like, "You're a prophet." I was like, "No, I'm not." He was like, "You know more about this music business than you're letting know." I said, "No, I don't." So we were talking, and I finally told him, I said, "I went to school for general business and marketing and advertising." I said, "An artist is a commodity. You are a commodity.
Yeah,
you have
say it again.
You're
say
a
What?
commodity. You have to market and advertise yourself. You have to put out, like I was telling people, I was like, you need to not only just business cards, make a flyer, front and back, put your info on there, put your, you know, at that time, MySpace, put your phone number, put your, you know, booking information, put your links to your music, put your, get somebody to design the front or whatever. You need to, something catchy. And even if you hand out 100 of them bitches tonight and you see like majority of them on the floor, guess what? Somebody is going to hold on to that thing and see it. That's why when you used to go to clubs, I don't know if they still do it or not. You used to go to clubs and you come out after the club and there's motherfucking like flyers all on your car for other shows and shit, because it's marketing and advertising. You might not be paying attention to it, but something might hit you like in a few days. You'd be like, yo, I just seen something about that. That's what I used to tell these artists back then, like I said, 2007, 2008, you need to market and advertise yourself. There's an artist, his name was Baltimore Ray. I don't know who this motherfucking dude is, but guess what? I know his name because why? He had posters on light poles all over the city. He had stickers. I'm at the gas station pumping gas. Look over, there's a fucking sticker that says Baltimore Ray.
Stickers are still the best thing to have, and they're so cheap to get made now.
Right.
They were always cheap, but now they're crazy cheap to get done.
It's all like you said. They lack the business knowledge of what it is.
Visibility, especially now, because everything is cluttered. Every industry is cluttered.
Everybody,
doesn't matter what you're in.
Everybody's a rapper now, and like you said, they get up, they're homeboys, they get in there, they rap, and whether like.
For me, it's all good though because I'm glad.
Because where you're at is perfect for you, because why? Because you're an engineer, you have a studio, you'll record them. Yeah. You're gonna record them. They might suck, but guess what? You're gonna record them.
At least they paying for themselves.
Right.
Because it's like this. It's like I said, I respect the person that you might be trash on stage, but at least you worked up on stage. There's a bunch of rappers like, yo man, I can freestyle for 20 minutes. But it's like, did you get in front of that mic though on the stage? No, I got stage fright. All right, cool.
On another note,
you gotta start somewhere.
On another note, you gotta start somewhere. Hey, GSS, look. But not for nothing, everybody gets to do shit in the studio and all that. But look, I feel like anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I think I'm thinking, like I said, music's in the eye, in the ear of the beholder, son. You can go ahead and make that blah blah music. I don't like that rocking, that screaming shit. I don't know what you call it. You know that screaming shit. That hard metal shit, like they're screaming about like demonic shit. So it's almost like Draven. It sounds like the rock version of Draven music.
Yeah, I do what I do.
You know what I'm saying?
But I like
it though because he that's bold. No one else does that shit. No one in the last 20 years Wayne has tried to do what he's done. So he gets that. He gets that hats off. Hats off for me.
But like I said, in nowadays everybody is. Everybody raps. Like you can't. I can throw a stone and I'm gonna hit somebody that raps. I've seen them come in here. It's like 20 of them that come in here, young kids or whatever.
This is a great analogy.
I say it all the time because you throw a stone, you're gonna hit somebody that raps. Like you walk into a place and I'll look around and be like, I don't recognize nobody in here. Recognize nobody on the flyer. I don't know. And Baltimore is actually, even though it's a big city, it's a small city at the same time, because you can be talking to somebody and you find out that they're related to your ex or something. Like somehow it's like not even 6 degrees of separation anymore.
It's like 3.5.
Right. So
3.5.
So now, like I said, it is oversaturated. But the internet, the availability for this internet to get your music out, to be heard, for everything is so much easier than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a matter of whether you're doing a gimmick, however you're getting your music out there. If you're putting it out there and you're just marketing and pushing and promoting, or whether you are doing like these motherfuckers and doing crazy little shit to you know, little antics and shit to be heard and be seen. Cause like half these new guys that are like the dude 6'9", what's the 3X whatever. Yeah, I don't know who he is. The crazy boy, like the one that did the
one that shaped his
eyebrows. The child molester.
No, that's 6'9".
But did I say too much?
No, the other dude, the triple X whatever. He's the one that did the video with hanging the little white boy in.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, you know, like they all do something to
get attention, get
themselves. Hey, look at me! Look at me! Yeah.
Shock value.
So you know however you're doing it, whatever you're doing, if this is what you want to do, you do it to the best of your ability, and you get out there and you do it. Like I said. There's ways of doing it that haven't been available, like even like 5 years ago. You know, now like I said, the Spotify, and you can get your music on Spotify. Like remember when you couldn't get your music on iTunes? Now it's so easy. You can get it on Google Play. Look, like Google Play, the app. You know, you can get just everything.
It's all a click of the button, literally.
Right.
Literally.
And investing in yourself. It really is.
It's a big thing, you know. That I mean, anybody with common sense says that. Cannzie definitely is somebody who pushes that narrative frequently.
I see. He's pushed it the whole time he's been here.
Invest in yourself, because I mean that's. Who else?
I think he's falling asleep now, though.
I'm just letting everybody get their serious rocks off. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting my interludes down to like once every 5 minutes.
Very few times will you find somebody that's just willing to invest in you, whether it be time, whether it be money, or other resources.
Right.
You know, you got like if you don't believe in you,
no one's gonna believe in you.
Right.
Exactly. Like even if they kind of believe in you, they start seeing that. Like my whole thing is this: if I'm working harder than you're working for yourself, you can forget it.
Exactly.
You can forget it because I can be doing something else.
Right, and that's
like bagging your bitch.
That's
okay,
like
that's 2 minutes, sorry.
Right. That's like when I used to tell people all the time. I was like, you let me know if this is a hobby, if you're seriously considering this, because if it's a hobby, cool. That's cool.
I'll catch you when I catch you.
I see you when I see you. You know, hey, how you doing? You know. Oh, you put a video out. Oh, cool. You know, you put a song out. Oh, cool. Okay. You know, but
look, you know what? That needs to be a song. that needs to be a hook.
Oh, that's cool.
But you know,
your ideas popping. Oh.
That's cool.
That's cool.
But you know, like, but
you got 1,000 views. That's cool. That's cool.
You know, like, but if you're serious,
that's cool.
999.
You know, but if you're serious about it, then I'm gonna like that's just me. Like they
can't tell me you're serious about it. You just gotta show me you're serious about it.
Right.
Exactly.
And it can't be 2 weeks, not a month. For me, it's serious. You gotta go like a year. Then I'll take you serious. Or you better blow up over 6 months. You better get like popping in like 6 months.
That's why me and Lightwing are still rocking to this day. I've never met another. I can't say I've never, but you know, for somebody that I haven't seen come up and have a lot of time in, like we've known each other maybe going on a year. The amount of time, the amount of effort and money that he invests in himself is highly commendable.
Right.
I mean, highly commendable. And I mean, the showcase alone, like what other rapper on the up come up? Will actually put on other artists, you know, for little to nothing.
Especially not call it a competition.
Not call it a competition.
Yeah, it's like it's just a showcase.
Right.
And pay for a professional videographer that is the premier videographer in that region.
With Jack Nyte?
No, Jack Nyte went to Florida. But
Tim Foster.
Tim Foster.
Sorry.
TV. Nah,
shout out Tim Foster.
Shout out
Jack Nyte. We live, baby.
I met those guys.
Did you? I was
in New Orleans. They're awesome.
I love Dan.
Before they really got big, it was like just 2 months before, and I stood there and I had a conversation with Nick for like a half an hour.
He's cool.
And I told him, I said, I'm telling you, I said, he was like, I don't know where it came from. He said, we was just goofing around. That's all we were doing. And I was like, but people like that. I said, because y'all do crazy shit. I said, but I said, you guys are this is going to get bigger and bigger, because at this time, it was when they did the shit with T-Pain, where Dan went in and snatched the chain from T-Pain off the table. And then I think that night or the next night, T-Pain brought them up on stage. He was like, we didn't even know he was going to do that. Like, he just brought us up on stage. I said, you guys are going to get bigger and bigger. And next thing I know, they out there with Snoop Dogg. They out there with Game. They out there, they're, you know, everybody. And I told him, I said, y'all going to get bigger. But I got a picture with him. That was the same day I met, we met Mia X too. Like, she's so beautiful. Mia X. From No Limit. She's so, like, I didn't even recognize her. My homeboy Steve was like, yo, I need you to take this picture from me. I said, well, who? He was like, right there. You don't even know who that is. I was like, no. He was like, that's Mia X. I said, get the fuck out of here. That's not Mia X. Didn't even look like her. She's just so beautiful. She's so sweet. But yeah, and then the second time I went down, I met David Banner. And he's, oh my God. He gave me hugs and he was like, thank me for being so patient, because Raheem Devon walked in and it was, you know, it was a meet and greet. And like, you know, we didn't know he was going to be there. We were going to Peaches anyway, you know, because when we're in New Orleans, we go to Peaches and to the record store, and he was there, and he was awesome. And, you know, Raheem was awesome. Raheem kept looking at me because I just kept looking at it. Everybody was like, oh my God, can I get a picture with you? Oh my God, can I get a picture with you? And I'm just looking at him like, bitch, you live down the street. Like, you live down the road. Like, yeah, whatever. So finally I was like, I said, excuse me, can I get a, you know, okay, sure. And so we were talking. I was like, you know, from Baltimore. He was like, yeah, I met somebody. I said, yeah, we're all together. I said, we came down here to do some stuff. We was actually supposed to be shooting a video with Chopper Styles, Chopper Styles, because they have a song. They have a song with him too.
Yo, shout out to the dude in the car, man. Yo, he looking hard. He looking hard on the radio right now. License plate KYJ now.
I'm listening to you, and that shit just caught me off guard. I was like, oh my God.
The Chopper that was with, that same music seminar that we went to, we met him.
Yeah, because he's from here or something.
He was here. He was by way of here. He's from there, but he had a cousin here.
Yeah.
This is the dope shit. I had a digital 8-track in our hotel room, and we have him recorded and about 7 other people from around the country. That recording is somewhere, but we never knew he was going to go from there.
Right.
With Diddy. But we have, and he was dope. Like especially being from where he was from, he had lyrics.
Right.
His cousin was from here.
Yeah, because I think it's like, I think it might be from out Hartford County or something. Because like the girl D Trinata, who was on the rap game, she's from, like, I just took pictures of her too. She was on Frozen Harbor. She's actually from Hartford County, but of course you can't say Hartford County. Just like Tay Rock. Tay Rock is not from Baltimore. He's from Hartford County, but it's just easier to say Baltimore.
Yeah, that's just like, you know, the Pennsylvania artists that keep claiming Philadelphia.
Right, and they're not from Philly.
From Philadelphia. I don't like you.
I mean, it's just, it's you know. I mean, and I understand.
Are you big mad or little mad?
No, I'm not mad at all. I just don't like them. That's why I stopped myself.
Fuck, it's raining. It's
Mama
asshole.
PG, Patty J. Come get Draven. Tell him to calm himself.
I'm not mad.
That's a pet peeve.
You know what?
I'm disappointed that an artist would not want to build up where you're actually from.
Right.
A lot of people don't know the spots though. If you're like from, like Nebraska. Let's say you're from Nebraska. You ask me like where I'm from. You'd be like, I'm from Reading. Where? You from Reading?
Okay.
Yeah, but then you say you're from
Philly. Where? What?
You say you're from Philly, and they start asking you the name, and then you don't know.
Yeah, but at least I would rather tell you. For somebody like that, I'd be like, I'm near Philly. I would say I'm 45 minutes out from Philly.
Okay, good. That's
I'm on the outskirts of Philly. That's the best way you can say it.
Let me tell you, I'm not from Baltimore.
Oh shit!
Right.
Yo, catch the dog.
What you get going?
I'm not.
Yeah, it looks like when I'm messing with you.
I'm not from Baltimore. I'm from the Eastern Shore. When I tell people because my town is so tiny, it's so small, there's no sense in me telling you where I'm from because you'd be like, what? So I say I'm from the Eastern Shore. Oh, Ocean City? No.
That's what I got.
My house is from like two hours away from Ocean City. I'm like closer to Dover, Delaware.
Shout out Spring Break.
You know, so
one time I went out there
because that's what I got from YouTube when I told you that the show's in Compton.
Yeah,
they're both like,
what?
Huh?
Yeah,
is that closer to Reading or?
Yeah, like Compton, PA. Like, where is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like this far from Reading. I bet, no problem. Because you said it's like this. Some people be like, oh, something PA, and it's like really 2 hours. And it's like,
you live in PA. I live in PA too.
Look, that's like when the first time that I went to a show with Billy up in PA, and I went with it was Billy's show, but I went with Steve, like because Steve was supposed to be performing. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go to Pennsylvania. I'm thinking, just boom, we're right
You're
there.
thinking you're going to Pennsylvania.
No,
you can take a 7-hour trip to Pittsburgh, or you can go 8 hours the other way right down to Ohio.
Right.
We're in the third biggest state. I think so. PA is like the third biggest state.
It amazing. Right? I was like, because when you look on that map, it don't look that goddamn big.
I experienced it firsthand because I took a trip from one side to the other side. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah. We get in that. So we put it in the GPS, right? 2.5 hours away. What the fuck?
And you need to do that. You're still on the same side of the board with the PA too. Like it'll take you 2-3 hours just to get to another spot.
I was like, I swore I would never do it again, but guess what? I did it a couple more times because I
don't like some of these other little times. These remind me of those little movies they shoot, little Jack thrillers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go show up in these little towns. You be like, what the fuck wrong with these niggas looking at you all? All hills have eyes. And don't take your black ass to Boyertown.
Well, we went,
find yourself and get out.
When we went to that show for Wisdom Court, we got lost in West Virginia.
That's easy to do.
That is very easy.
So we're like,
did you get scared?
We'll just get off at this gas station. I've never been to a gas station where I gotta drive down like a gravel road to a gas station with cornfields on both sides. And then you get there and all these hillbillies are just sat outside on their seats. Like straight up, like that scene in I think it is The Hills Have Eyes, where the old guys just sitting there watching them. And then when they drive off, the guy's just laughing and just goes back inside. That's how I felt.
I'm telling you,
back to that place.
it's kind of
city boy.
Yeah.
Look right there, Hank. Right there, Hank. Just wonder how we're gonna feed them, Hank.
I will say, going on promo tours
and
and seeing some of the small towns,
right?
Especially when you live in PA your whole life, it gave me a whole new appreciation. Places that are literally one-horse towns.
We have one stoplight, so
you could be in and out in 10 minutes.
Oh, it's not even 10 minutes in my town. It's like I can draw my town on a map, the actual town, and then you have the line where it's considered part of the town, but it's all farms. Yeah, I had a cornfield next to my house growing up, so that's why when I tell people all the time, like, I'm not from Baltimore. Like, you're not from Baltimore? I thought you were from Baltimore. I said, why? Because of my attitude. I've been here since 2003. I've lived in Ohio. I've lived in New Jersey. I've lived down in Virginia and Tennessee. Like, I've moved around because I wanted to go places before I had my kids. Because I knew once I had my kids, I was stuck. I was never going to go another place until after they grew up. And now they're grown up and they haven't left. And I can't go anywhere. But, I understand that, that's like I said, like, there's artists who are not from Baltimore, but it's just easier for them to say from Baltimore instead of saying
fuck that.
Right. I mean, some people have a real big issue with that.
Especially now with the
Well, if they can't control it, that's on them. But some people purposely
act like lying where you're from's a disease.
No, I'm just
people do it all every day.
It's that simple.
People do it every day.
No, but it's like with me. It's like I went out to KC.
Is there a pizza shop over here?
I have no idea.
You see if you walk with pizza.
Well, it's like
why you have a dope dick?
Like they always,
oh, that's a book.
They always say that Pink's from Philly. She's from Doylestown. You don't think Doylestown wants that love? From
right.
A pop star like Pink, like give back to your community.
Well, that's just like okay. Case in point. Where's DMX from?
He's from here.
Not according to Wikipedia and everywhere else. He's from Yonkers.
Yeah.
No,
but he's from here. He was born in Baltimore. He was raised in Baltimore for at least the first couple years of his life. And then he moved up there. What I found out... this is what I found, and I didn't know this because I wasn't paying attention to life, I guess. Dragon let us know Rough Riders started here. I didn't know that. Had no clue. But he told us Rough Riders started here.
Actually, you know what? Because in that case, if we're going by that, rappers, especially when they get to like the next level that they can like eat off of, I guess, a lot of them kind of be like, yo, I'm from this area because that area is an area where it got them there. Because, like, you know,
that's cool.
That's
cool.
like, you know, like, because, like, you know, DMX got popping in New York.
Right.
As far as I know. Like,
right.
If you got some mixtapes out here, then I got to figure it out. But, you know, like, oh, he's from Yonkers because he got popping out in Yonkers.
Right.
There's stories about him out in Yonkers.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah.
But when you go to look him up, a lot of times, a lot of the like when you look up people's bios, I don't know about anybody else, but I look up people's stuff. That's just me. Call me nosy. I just like to be informed. But when you look up, a lot of times when you look up stuff about DMX, it will not say nothing about him being from Baltimore. You know, like same thing with Tupac. Like people didn't realize that him. You know that
he had some time here too.
He had a lot of time here.
Baltimore.
Yeah, he had a lot. Him and
documentary about it.
Jada Pinkett, the same. You know, there was a lot of people that have from here and gotten bigger, but you just never know. And it's like, I don't know if it's because, like you said, like they went to New York and that's where they made it there, or they went out to LA and they made it out there.
And that's how the industry is. Like, no, that's not good. And again, it's a little different now. Because you can be where you're from, you can be from bumfuck wherever, and that's cool now. Because you gotta remember, at one time nobody knew what the fuck Compton was.
Right.
They were a perfect example. NWA put Compton on the map, and there was other people who came from Compton who did some things.
Right.
But when you think of Compton, you think of NWA.
Oh, I think of Compton. I think of Tookie.
Same thing with Long Beach and Snoop.
Yeah, right.
Snoop think of Long Beach.
Right.
And there were other people that were popping, but they either didn't claim it, or whoever was handling,
right,
their information was like, "Nah, we're gonna speed that out."
Right.
They
that's a loud vibrate.
It's like no matter where I go, I try to let people know exactly where I'm at. You know.
My treasure, I don't think it fits yours though.
No, but what I was saying was like last year I went to KC for a show. Shouts out to the Combo Music Group. I flew out there. It was like the first flight I ever took by myself. It was terrifying, but it's cool. But when I got out there, everyone was like, "Yo, what's good? It's Maverick. Yo, he from Brooklyn," and I'm like, "Yo, I live in PA." "Oh, hi, he from Philly," and I'm like, "Nah." I was like, "Wait, no." I'm like, "I live in Bethlehem," and he's like, "What? Where the hell is that?" I'm like, "Nah."
You know what you could have used?
Yeah, what?
Where Taylor Swift is from?
Hell no, I ain't using that. Son, no.
They would have been.
Hell no.
They're like,
Where Taylor Swift from? In fucking KC? Man. In the first time we out there, maybe a joke, but the niggas wouldn't. Funny about. Nah, but like I corrected it. I mean, I went out my way to make sure it's corrected.
Right.
I wanted people to, cause I got my performance on live and shit when I went off for I was supposed to go on for 30 minutes. I went off for 45 minutes. I was just lost.
They didn't stop you.
No, niggas didn't stop me. So I was like, alright, bet. But they don't homies, you know what I mean? But it's just like people back in town where they listening. I didn't want to I felt like I was disrespecting them if I had them watching me while I'm out there, them wishing me, "Yo, man, safe travels and all that." And I say, "Yeah, man, I'm from Philly." What? You know what I mean? And I understand where he's coming from, but I understand the other side.
Right.
It's not that serious, but some people go out their way to
say that they're
lying. You're a fraud.
Listen,
don't be ashamed of where you're from.
Yeah, don't be frauded on where you at. But if the nigga don't get where you at, give him a general landmark, and that's okay.
Help him out.
Right.
Like especially like I'm never going to that now. Never mind. I said my point.
That's good. I'm hungry.
Everything's not for everybody. Like I said, I don't respect it.
There's a Popeyes.
Is there a Popeyes?
What?
Yeah.
We met. Is it still open?
I love spending time with you guys, but I definitely am trying to see some twerk.
I'm trying to see some Popeyes. Fuck this.
Well, you know,
it's almost
shout out to Hard Body Radio for having
Definitely,
us.
I definitely love the time that we had
Thank
here.
you very, very much.
Y'all give out your information.
Word. I'll go. Alright, so find me on first my Bandcamp, nightwing.bandcamp.com. The way you spell Nightwing is NYTEXING. You say Nightwing. My other site that I use for music is my SoundCloud, so soundcloud.com/Nightwing, spelled the same way. If you need me to spell it again, NYTEXING. You can also find me on my Facebook page, Nightwing/Maverick and Ronin, because Facebook kind of makes things complicated. It's a long story.
How you spell that?
What? NYTEXING. Holla at me. You can look me up on my YouTube.
No, you can't say that because they're stupid and they'll put holla at me after it.
Matter of fact, hey, I'll make a song called Holla at Me so we can all go together. Fuck it. Find me on my YouTube. If anything, just Google Nightwing in that spelling, you'll find it.
How you spell it?
How to spell it?
NYTE.
Why you sound like the guy from the same auto commercial?
Yeah. Are you in good hands?
It was Allstate.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Okay.
You don't know how to do voiceover
It
work?
was Allstate.
I'm a
You can
voice
tell.
talent, huh?
Yeah.
He just knows how to do rollover work.
See.
Fucking hate
You're supposed to be.
It was 20 minutes.
Tell him your business again, bro.
He said it was funny.
You're supposed to be giving your information.
Well, let me get my shots out shit. Real
Maybe.
quick. Shouts out to SMG, that's my crew, Syndicate Music Group. Shouts out to Otaku Gang, OG. Shouts out to everyone that rocks with me. Shouts out to Bethlehem, Allentown, Easton. Shouts out to Redden. Shouts out to Philly. Shouts out to Baltimore, the DMV. Yeah, the most hip hop area. I love coming out here. I got a lot of variety of food, so let's be honest. Gaming out of gangster,
You had to
G&G.
get yourself a chicken box and a half and half.
Insane, bro. But Bethlehem, all you can buy is Chinese and pizza. No one else want to deliver shit.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And hit him though, he like words, son. That's why I didn't even go out there.
Yeah.
Between my stomach growling and him speaking the facts, and I thought he was about to give me like the Baptist church, you know what I'm saying, service. So
Say the Lord
I'm
said.
sitting, the Lord said. No, I'm just playing. It's all glory. It's all good. Those are the most high.
With the
But
organ playing in the back.
yeah, I know. Someone can pull out the organ. I can play while I give my benediction. No? Alright, fine. You definitely find me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? One of the best mixed down specialists in the tri-state area. 20 an hour, 40 in the mix. I am Cannzie, just Cans. You can find me on my Facebook. You're gonna go to my actual Facebook. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Tune me in.
Yeah.
Jesse Cannon. That's JESSE CANNON. Exclusively Cannzie. You already know. Or you can follow me on my fan pages. I am Cannzie. That's I am Cannzie. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? Just Cans, or on Instagram, I_AM_Cannzie. I'm definitely on Instagram. I appreciate Hard Body Radio for having me out here. It's been fun flaming everybody.
Well, I thank you guys for coming down and
Sure.
this even though you guys had to endure an accident and everything, I know because
The accident bringing him down here.
Oh, man. Oh.
Don't do it.
you see him right. You see him right.
Snap back.
You see him right.
Your mom told me about how you were in an accident. I don't hear anything.
He set himself up for that.
I know.
I think he did on purpose. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys again. Hearing some more music. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make it up that way somehow, someday. I don't know.
We need
Shit. Matter of fact, since I'm in Baltimore, let me shout out to shouts out to Akumura. They out in fucking somewhere in Virginia. I know they just moved, but look them up if you can. I'll send you a link. They're dope too. They're unique as hell. They be pulling up in komodos and shit. It's crazy.
Hold on. I'm gonna go back home. And I'm gonna get people gonna get upset with me because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't plug them in. So I'm gonna plug in a series of people right now. Yo, get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get it out the way. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. And then if I miss you again, it could be probably because fuck you, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Look, either or. It's either love or hate, and you know deep down in your heart what it is. Shout out my mom, Patty J. She's always been behind me from the rip. Shout out my sister Toya and they, you know, shout out the artists that I work with. Nino White, Young Age Skyline. Jalo's back in the scene. Shout out to Twin Flame Records. I'm here with Dre right now. You know what I'm saying? Who else is out here? Frank. Shout out Frank Franchise. Money Mage. Shout out Studio 6, Red Dot Records. These guys are out here doing anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, everybody. GSS mixtape coming soon. C3, yeah, 2. We out here. If I missed you, sorry. Right. Rico, Nova, we all here, baby.
Shouts out all the artists from ABE. Shouts out to Devin Haley. He also out here in Maryland. You know, he be rocking. That's KC's son, you know what I mean? Just so...
PA stand up.
He actually spits real bars, huh?
Said from Jodeci.
From Jodeci.
PA stand up. Baltimore, show me. Hit me on my book right now. Let me know where the closest Popeyes is at.
You know that?
You know him.
Over on Howard Street.
I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Straight across.
Why is it unfortunate?
Fortunately on that one.
We can talk about that.
Shout out.
Shout out to
everybody.
Last time we was in downtown.
Keeping it productive, stay productive.
Right. So,
Well, actually, we
like I said, I thank you guys. I thank you guys for coming through. I have to actually be back here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm doing a special interview with artists from West Virginia that are going to be on the March 2nd and March 3rd show out in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Wisdom Court Entertainment. I don't know how many people are coming, but 1 to 5.
We're gonna get out here real quick. Again, shout out to Twin Flame Records. Shout out to Blazing Angels. They are sister companies.
They all fine.
They definitely
need some modeling work. If you need some consultation, holler at us. I am Robert Straven Davis, head of artist development for Twin Flame Records. Congratulations to our newest signee, Jay Nyte. His teaser video is available on Facebook and YouTube.
We're all touchy-feely and all that shit with bars in it.
Yeah. I'm playing it here tonight. Like, go check that on YouTube right now. I got a new record out with Echo. Get y'all little H Skyline. That shit. Shut up. If you ain't getting money, nigga, shut up. What? That's how we go. That's the motto of all 2018. If you ain't getting money out here, nigga, shut the fuck up. That's it. Since we not censored and all that.
Word. After you get your money, after you achieve any type of goal, go cop that Side Missions too. You know what I mean?
Side Missions
Epic
2
artists.
available now.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to my group, my crew, The Walking Dead.
Yep.
See? Told you.
It's better than the show right now.
I don't even watch the show, so
don't do it.
Yeah.
We had the name before the comic in the show. We were established
That's like
1995.
I was the Baltimore Paparazzi before the club. There's a club that it's closed now, but it's called Paparazzi. I was the Baltimore Paparazzi before that bitch was even open.
Yo, shout out Flow Television. Yo, he's the hottest videographer out here in PA right now. That's my guy, Jago Flow. If you need videos for the low ski, great quality, holla at my man Jago Flow.
Shout out to Jago Flow. He's the first.
Oh yeah, Cat's my guy too.
UVM.
UVM.
Yo, congratulations on your baby, kid.
Yeah.
And T-Rope, you know.
T need to come back, man. I got a movie to shoot.
T, what's up,
Cannzie
man?
Story.
Why do you look like that guy that's on the roller skates?
Right?
Get off air because we about to go.
We're going in. Yo, for real, again, shout out to the DMV. Thanks again for having us, Hard Body Radio.
Thank you guys for
How much was that, man?
Stay plugged in.
Go ahead and say it.
Love y'all.
Shout out T-shirts.
T-shirts, thank you for the clothing, all that. I see you got my
Artists need merch. Shout out to T-shirts. Artists need merch. Shout out to T-shirts. These artists need
Shout out
merch.
to the random bystanders
Invest in
outside.
yourself.
Y'all be safe going back, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 1.
What are you doing with this? What are you doing?
Nigga fucking with the pizza guy.
We're going to get shot.